evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice. But today we are not continuing the Many Lands campaign. Oh no, this is strange that you're all
We're
here.
in the wrong place.
What are you doing here?
What's going wrong? What's happening?
It's a good question. And here to
Explain, Jack.
I can't explain, but I can tell you who can explain. Ollie and Charlotte from Ministry of Meeples, who are here with us today. Guys, what are we doing today?
Cool, thanks, Jack. So today we're showing our game called Theurgy. Theurgy is an area control strategy game in which 2 to 6 players take on the role of supernatural deities and compete to have temples built in their honour. So we're very excited to show you the game. The game is coming to Kickstarter extremely soon. It's coming to Kickstarter on the 10th of March. So we're both terrified and excited, but mainly terrified about the looming deadline. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Yeah,
and so obviously this is hot off the press. In fact, it's before the press has even happened. This is a pre-release sort of thing, which is very exciting. We had the opportunity of testing it out. Well, I say we, Marshall, James and myself had the chance of testing it out with you guys a few weeks back. It was a lot of fun. So these guys agreed to come and play it on the stream with us, which is great. So before we kick things off today, here's a little video, sort of a Kickstarter video to kind of explain a bit more about Theurgy.
How long has it been since last you cast your gaze upon the world? Mortals always were such feeble things, and mortal memories doubly so. Doubts swarm in every place they make their homes. Stones that once formed temple walls now line their hearths, and all your earthly offspring slumber. No matter. It should be short work to awaken some of your old allies. Cast out the doubts and rebuild the temples. You are not some feeble mortal after all. And who could defy the will of a god? In Theurgy, you and up to 5 others take on the role of half-forgotten gods and compete to have temples built in your honor. Unable to walk amongst mortals yourselves, you must each rely on a pair of loyal acolytes to do your bidding. At your command, your acolytes will travel from settlement to settlement, preaching to the non-believers and converting them to your cause. They will perform incredible miracles, to curse or bless as you see fit. And summon fantastical monsters to terrorize your rivals' worshippers, or to protect your own following. As your name regains its former glory among the population, your religion's cultural influence will grow. Every increase in influence brings you one step closer to your ultimate goal. For when the people's faith is tested, they will turn to one of the gods for answers. If that god is you, they will construct a temple in your honor. If not, then they will cast your temples down into ruin. Send your followers on holy pilgrimages across the land. Spread the word of your mythological religion. Use your divine power to intervene in the mortal world and test the people's faith to build the temples you so desperately desire. After all, what's the point of being a god if you're not worshipped?
That was awesome.
Right, everyone's psyched up now.
It kept saying like the religion and followers, and it's like I plan to play with cults and fanatics. I don't think I'm playing yet.
Okay, well, I don't really know where to start now after that. I'm like blown away.
Very much.
Should we go over who introduce the gods of Theurgy for this epic game we're about to partake in? So who'd like to go first? Any takers?
I'll go first. So I
Alright.
have Lutraz. So he is. So whenever I take the pilgrimage action, I get to preach twice. So my religion gets to spread twice as fast.
Got plans to abuse your followers from earlier on in the
I'm
game.
so abusing this. I didn't abuse it correctly last time. I mean, I have no plans.
Abused correctly. Ollie.
So I'm playing as Esserin, the god of the night sky. I have quite a lot of control over the tide of skepticism, so I can kind of send the skeptics sort of your way and keep them clear of my own territory.
I'm Oren, the god of mysticism, and I can divine intervention repeatedly, as much as I want. Everyone else is limited to having to switch between their different abilities each turn. I can just go button mash divine intervention.
And speaking of divine intervention, so I'm playing Eris,
Yeah.
the god of time, and I can I can use my divine intervention to either take the topmost miracle from the discard pile, i.e. one that was discarded by somebody else, or the topmost monster that's been discarded by somebody else, or perhaps been destroyed by somebody else, right?
Yeah, I can bring them back from the dead.
I can resurrect things from the dead. MFs.
Who needs divine intervention? I am basically god of books now. I'm god of wisdom, obviously, and I can protect my faith token. So my cultural influence is very hard to get rid of once it's taken root.
And what's your character called, sorry?
Kijani. Yeah.
And I'm playing Calyrex, who only sounds like a breakfast cereal, but is in fact a big winged thing, and my special ability is being extremely swift, and my acolytes can move twice, basically. Constantly
Your
have
followers
initiative.
can do it too.
Yeah,
Any of your blue bits.
extremely speedy Gonzalez.
Exactly. It's probably why it's blue, actually.
Yeah.
After Roadrunner, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so to kick things off then, guys, we were talking about doing, like, going through each of the actions one at a time. So we'll play, what we'll do is the first 4 rounds we'll go through the 4 different actions, and I've got little cue cards I'll put up so that you guys at home can understand what's going on as well. Also, share your thoughts in the chat during the stream, and we will do our best to respond as quickly as possible in the chat.
He says it's for chat. It's for him.
Yeah, cool. So I'll kind of give a bit of an explanation of the 4 different actions and what you're trying to do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you've each got a little player aid, which is double-sided. On one side, it gives you the winning conditions. So we're playing a 6-player game, so it's kind of as epic and chaotic as the game can possibly be.
Yes!
So you only need to look at the bottom box. So one of the ways of winning the game are by building 4 temples and having one of those temples in the capital. So this hex here is the capital. So it's kind of King of the Hill style winning conditions. Another way to win the game is by building 5 temples and meeting your secret objective. So you've got 2 secret objective cards here, they're the cards with the gold backs. And once we've gone through the first 4 rounds and we've kind of all learned how to play, then we'll get you to discard one of the cards and keep the other. But yeah, so one of the ways of winning, building 5 temples and meeting the condition on your objective card. And then the last way of winning is just by building 6 temples absolutely anywhere. So if you find that you're not going to be able to build a temple in the capital, you're not going to be able to meet your objective, there's still a kind of third way for you to win.
Just build like that.
Just build like that, exactly. So that's what you're aiming to do. The general kind of structure of the game, there are no sort of end of round or upkeep phases in Theurgy. The way the game works is one player simply takes their action. To take an action, you take your action pawn and you place it onto one of the 4 available action spaces on your player mat to perform that action. And then we just kind of go around the table clockwise until someone's met one of these winning conditions. It's important to place your action pawn onto an action space because the next time it comes back round to you, you've got to choose a different action.
Right.
So we've found that the kind of easiest way to teach the game is if I make myself the starting player.
Yeah,
I take
by
an
me.
action. So I'll take an action, show you how it works, and then if we each, so if Marsha takes the action and then Jack, and kind of go around the table, each taking the same action, and we'll do that for the first first 4 rounds. Obviously, for the first 4 rounds, depends kind of how well you guys remember it, but certainly for you, Bart, you're kind of going to be doing things almost semi-randomly because you obviously don't know exactly what you're aiming
By the way,
for.
this is in no way a departure from my usual approach. That sounds fun. Let's give that a go.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's fine.
I'll also kind of introduce what all the different components are as I explain the 4 actions, but hopefully after I've finished explaining the fourth action, Test the Faith, then everything will kind of tie in together and it will all make sense.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Let's play
Get it
Theurgy.
Yeah, I'm resisting the urge to subject people to that. When someone screws me over, however, you better believe it's coming out.
Yeah, well,
This will make more sense, maybe, later on.
all be revealed in time. Alright, Ollie, kick us off then. Let's go.
Cool, so the first action that you might want to take is the pilgrimage action. So the pilgrimage action is how you move your acolytes and followers across the board. So cubes of your own colour are your followers, so cubes of other people's colour are their followers. Grey cubes are kind of no one's followers, they're the total non-believers. At the beginning of the game there's obviously quite a few non-believers about, but over the course of the game that will change. And your meeples represent your acolytes, your kind of your deities, mortal presence on earth. They're the pieces that are kind of move around, preaching to the non-believers to convert them to your cause, performing miracles, kind of doing the really important stuff. And your pilgrimage action is how you move them around. So on your pilgrimage, you can move any number of your pieces, wherever they are on the board, into adjacent settlements. So on my pilgrimage, I might move my acolyte into here. I might move this acolyte into here, and I think I'm going to take one of my followers with me. If I was starting my pilgrimage action like this, I would be able to move these pieces, and this piece, and these pieces if I wanted to. It's kind of totally open. Once during your pilgrimage, and it can be before or after or without moving, but once during your pilgrimage, each acolyte can either preach or fight. So preaching is reasonably straightforward. You simply take a cube of another colour, follower of another colour, and replace it with one of your own. And it's like, haha, I have converted this section of the population to my faith. And each acolyte can do this. I'm going to do the same with this acolyte as well. It's perfectly legit to convert other people's followers. So if James had a follower in here, I could, instead of converting one of these grey cubes, convert this red cube to black. However, you can't convert other people's followers if they also have an acolyte present in the settlement. So the positioning of your acolytes becomes quite important, as you want to kind of make sure that people aren't able to sort of convert away your following. So that's preaching. Fighting is to do with monsters. Over the course of the game, players will kind of summon monsters into various settlements, so there might be a monster here. And my acolyte, instead of preaching, so instead of converting a cube, might instead choose to fight this monster. If my acolyte decides to fight this monster, there's no dice rolling or anything, it's very straightforward. The monster is simply removed, and the player who has the corresponding monster card will just discard the card to show that that monster's been slain. However, however, you can't slay someone's monster if they have their acolyte present. So if, again, James owns this monster, then, and James's acolyte is in the settlement, then my acolyte can't slay it, and sometimes we put the acolytes on top of the monsters just to kind of indicate that they're being defended.
Keep an eye on where Marshall's acolytes are.
You had tons of monsters last.
I had one.
Stop. You had like 3?
No, you kept killing them and then adding more monsters to yours.
No, I moved a monster in to stop your monster doing its like vacuum cleaner thing.
This is exactly how I envisaged the 8 from the main game. Like this is exactly the conversation they have with each other.
Next time on Lingering Grudges.
Anyway, so Martin, if you want to take a pilgrimage action.
So I move on to my pilgrimage thingamajiggy. I'm going to what's going to be nice? I'm going to move this guy into here. I'm going to move one of them into there as well. And I'm going to convert one of those fellows to one of mine.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything with your other acolyte?
He's going to stay there.
Okay, cool.
He has plans.
Yeah.
Plans.
He didn't want to move both of them towards the guy who made the game. He's like,
Nope.
no, just
Nope.
one.
Danger zone.
Okay.
Be done.
Alright, so I will move one into this one.
Oh, it's
And
coming for me.
I'll move this one into this one.
Ooh.
And
bruising.
they can both convert one
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Lovely job.
Wait, no, just fight.
just fight with themselves.
Kill the locals.
So these are
Don't
my,
convert them,
my
just
two acolytes. This is Jim and this is Bob. Jim Bob.
We're skipping straight to the Holy War stage.
Not even against other people. Just
You happy with all your followers where they are?
Oh yeah, I can move them too, can't I?
Yeah.
You're like, are you sure you? You look like you were trying to play Theurgy. Would you like some help?
I've
Yes.
destroyed the world.
I'll move one into that
Flipping
one.
the priest.
Oh no, the world! I've caused a fissure in the world.
one holy war and you start breaking the world.
And I'll put him in as well. I've done it again. There we go.
Okay.
I'm moving all the things.
I am also going to pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. Both my acolytes are going to come over here and convert a cube each.
It's coming for you, Jack. But
I knew she was coming for me.
Yeah. And then I'll send.
Would you like to move more of your cubes out so I can take over?
Okay, time to go to pilgrimage. Might as well. This is the phase.
You can move, convert, and then move back
You've
if you
got
want
two.
to.
You can move two squares.
Yeah.
And you
Sorry,
can,
hexes.
You can
So
midway
you
action.
can move, convert, move.
Yeah.
Or you can move twice and then convert. Up to you.
Why did I point towards
But
mine?
you can't move
You
things you've
can
just
move,
converted.
convert, and move.
Sorry.
You can't move things you've just converted,
Right.
so you'd have to leave one.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
So, for instance, you could go there and convert this one cube.
So many
Let's
choices.
give you all of the options.
yeah. You could, for instance, do a backflip.
You can
Turn
move.
into a swan.
You can move both your acolytes into the city right now.
Basically, you've got the monk.
bad
of this
idea.
game.
Don't,
Yeah,
don't listen to them.
Or C, do the hokey pokey.
Yeah.
We gave him too many choices.
Yes.
Anything that's good.
I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm gonna go here.
Oh lord.
Whoa!
I'm
Gone for
do
I did the same thing.
do a convert.
How did that go for you the last time?
Yeah, I think it went really
I'm
well.
not expecting this to go super great, but it's in the middle. It's clearly important.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's very important. Yeah.
Yep.
And,
It effectively counts as 3 temples, give or take.
This one's gonna go. Ha! Yeah.
The capital is just a super important.
Oh
thing.
yeah. We
And
can do that in 3 hours.
do a convert, and then go there, and then these can move too as well. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna go to there.
Oh yeah.
You can't. Can you leave a square empty? You can't.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you
You're
can.
allowed to.
Yeah.
Mm.
You just probably won't want to.
Yeah.
You want to like leave
Maniacs.
your people, so keep control of an area. So.
Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed. So this one will go to here. Yeah, and then that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is why James is
This is where
God
my power
is
comes in.
terrifying.
Because you can convert twice as many
Yeah.
in one go.
Oh dear lord.
Wait, that's illegal.
Wait, I'm making my own temples.
Out of the bodies of your followers.
I'm going to rise him up so he just converts on his own.
Dear lord.
Yeah, so your power obviously looks very dramatic at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Especially when you arrange your people
At-
into
At
the.
the beginning. Just the beginning.
I think
He's
it's-
all show.
it's particularly dramatic.
I've seen a
Um,
tidal wave
Cool,
of
so,
red cubes.
so that's pilgrimage. One kind of niche rule that we touched on already, and it's pretty intuitive. You can't move followers that you've just converted that turn, so you can't sort of move in, convert one, and then move that one out. So that's pilgrimage. The next action that you might want to take is the spread the word action. So these little tokens here are your faith tokens. They kind of represent your deity's cultural influence in the surrounding settlements. And as you might imagine, kind of having more cultural, having more cultural influence is better. And the more of these faith tokens you have around a settlement, the easier it's going to be for you to build temples there later, which is, of course, sort of the aim of the game. So by taking the spread the word action, you can place one of these tokens on any corner on a settlement where you have at least one follower. So at the moment I could place a token on kind of any of these corners here, including the ones kind of on the outer edge. But I couldn't place it over here because I don't have a follower in any of the adjacent settlements. However, you do want to be a little bit careful about where you place your faith tokens, because your opponents can use their spread the word actions to replace your tokens. So for example, if I wanted to, this would be a perfectly legit move. I've got followers on at least one of the adjacent settlements, but James on his turn could then go and spread the word and replace this token with one of his own, because James has 6 followers in the surrounding settlements and I only have 3. So the way you replace people's tokens is by having more followers than they do in the 3 or however many surrounding settlements, going on spread the word and then replacing it. So rather than placing it over there, I am going to instead place it over here. And that's my spread the word. So
Marshall is not happy.
I see.
Well, I will also. I mean, we're all doing the same thing. So spreading the word. I'm gonna put mine. Just here. Just building a solid little base. I thought I'd try that this time.
I'm also going to spread the word, and I will put mine somewhere between these two. I'll put it there. No, I will put it. Oh no, I will put
Coming
it there.
for me. Everybody's coming for me.
Cool.
Gets when you stay back.
Consider the word spread. Right.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I'm
crank
going to spread
capital.
the butter. I mean the word.
Don't you have a superpower for spread the word?
Yes, I do have a superpower to spread the word.
You can move them, or
So, like Ollie was saying,
Put the
you can
finger.
normally replace people's faith tokens if you have
yours
more
can't be
cubes around.
replaced.
Mine can't be replaced if my acolyte is in one of the surrounding.
Yep, that's it.
So this one's fair game, but this one's.
That's it.
Sweet. Well,
So you
Did
don't
you
have
So spread the word. So if yours was there, it would just be replaced.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go for it.
Yeah.
No, I forgot. It was the It was creating the temples where we lost stuff.
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay, so that's spread the word. So hopefully pilgrimage and spread the word are kind of reasonably straightforward actions. The next action, divine intervention, is considerably more complicated. When you take a divine intervention action, you're going to be doing one of 2 things. You're either going to be performing a miracle, or you're going to be summoning a monster. In your hand you have 3 miracle cards. Quickly show them what my kind of miracle cards look like. At the moment all the cards have the same kind of placeholder artwork, but the idea would be in the final game that each card has its own kind of unique piece of artwork. Miracles are always performed by acolytes. So you always pick an acolyte to perform a miracle. So I might say, okay, this acolyte here is going to perform a miracle. When an acolyte performs a miracle, all skeptic tokens present in that settlement get removed. So these little things here are skeptic tokens. They represent the overall level of skepticism or doubt in the settlement. And it doesn't matter how many of them there are, they all get removed when an acolyte performs a miracle. Basically, people stop being skeptical when miracles are performed right in front of them. Performing a miracle with this acolyte, the skepticism gets removed, and then I play a card from my hand. So I'm going to play Through the Mirror, and that's going to go into a discard pile. And this miracle says, add 4 cubes of your colour to this hex. So...
That's still my bit. That's all I have.
Copyright infringement. We're hearing from my lawyers.
So this acolyte's performing the miracle, so this is the hex being referred to. And I get to pull 4 people out from within mirrors.
I have one card to play, and then you just.
After you've played your miracle, you can discard any additional cards from your hand if you want to. So you can discard 1, both, neither, that's fine. So it's just if you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to use this miracle for a while. I actually quite like both of these, so I'm going to keep hold of them. And then you draw back up to 3. So that's how your divine intervention action might look. That's performing a miracle. The other thing that you might choose to do is summon a monster. The monsters introduce a kind of considerable level of complexity to the game, but they're also they're also quite good fun. So we can sort of hopefully see the monsters here. So when you're summoning a monster, you're summoning from the 3 kind of monsters that are available here. To summon a monster, you take the card and just sort of place it beside your player mat or sort of in front of your player mat to kind of indicate that you have control over the monster. So if I'm summoning the ghosts, I'll take the ghosts card, and then I'll find the corresponding ghost token and place it into the settlement that the ghosts are being summoned into. So each monster card has various bits of information on it. The most important information is this kind of little icon here, which tells you which settlements the monster can be summoned into. So there are 7 different types of settlement in the game. There's the capital in the middle, and monsters are never summoned directly into the capital, although they might move in. Then there are the forests, the mines, the farms, the markets, the fishing villages, and the marshes. So these ghosts get summoned into fishing villages. You can summon a monster into any settlement that matches this type. You don't need to be present there. So I could summon the ghosts into this fishing village, or into this fishing village, or into this fishing village here. That's fine. Each monster has some kind of special ability, which is going to make it quite useful. And this ability will either be passive, indicated by this kind of star symbol here, or sort of active, indicated by that kind of lightning symbol there. If it's got a passive ability, it kind of has this ongoing permanent effect that doesn't need to be specifically triggered. So the ghosts, for example, just count as 3 cubes of your colour, which can be very useful because other people obviously can't convert the ghosts. If it's a monster with a lightning symbol, like the Manticore, it has an ability will be it has an ability which will be triggered as soon as you summon the monster, but then again, each time you go on Divine Intervention, you can choose to trigger that monster's ability again. So what this means is there's kind of an element of engine building to the game. The more monsters you have, the more kind of interesting and powerful your Divine Intervention actions are going to become, because you can sort of trigger all their effects and then go on to summon another monster or perform a miracle. The last bit of information, which is normally on a monster card, is whether or not that monster is territorial or roaming. So territorial monsters have this kind of symbol here, this sort of hex with a stop sign in it. And this indicates that the monster sort of once summoned just kind of sets up its lair and then sits there for the rest of the game or until it's slain. It doesn't move around. Roaming monsters have this little symbol here. And on future Divine Intervention actions, you'll be able to move that monster into an adjacent settlement, so they can kind of move around the board. Monsters, like miracles, remove all skeptic tokens whenever they are summoned into or move into a hex. Yeah.
I don't believe in manticores. Touch this then, because manticores believe in you.
Yeah, exactly. So monsters can also be very useful for getting rid of skepticism.
Yes.
The last bit of information about monsters, there are 6 monsters in the game which are kind of sort of epic or legendary, one associated with each of the 6 settlement types. And what these monsters do is they tend to have one quite big, bad, dramatic effect, and then a kind of ongoing nuisance effect. So the dragon, for example, will remove all of your followers.
In a market.
In a market, yes, in a market.
Just see this card. Give it. I want to see this.
Oh no!
I love that not one but 2 people who literally created the game told you about an effect, and you went, no, I have to see it for myself.
I want to know how screwed I am.
Yeah.
Exactly as screwed as they told you.
Provided it is
All
summoned,
of them,
it
they're all
might not
dead.
get summoned.
It might not get summoned.
I mean,
I mean, you
especially
if you need to put
I mean,
it back.
Marshall's kind of stroking his chin evilly, so I feel like...
I was thinking of being like positive for myself, but now I could be negative to James.
But the other particularly...
What would Horus do?
The other thing about these sort of legendary monsters is they take 2 acolytes to kill instead of 1, so they tend to kind of last for a little bit longer.
At least both your acolytes are there, ready to get revenge.
Yeah, ready
Murder
to.
will be the first action.
Yeah. So that's
I
divine
think you're trying to
intervention.
start a cult. Yeah.
So you're either performing a miracle from the cards in your hand, or you're summoning one of these monsters. So
Yeah, oh, so many options now. I thought I was stable, and then I remembered about all the monsters.
And then the Screw James option revealed
But
itself.
to be fair, there are 3 more people who can pull the dragon.
Yep.
So no judgment if you're the first.
So last.
On the other hand, I do.
You can get them
on
back
Game
quickly.
Theory.
Very persuasive god, I hear.
A cult, you say?
Yeah, I will take a monster. I'm gonna take the ghosts.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the ghosts. I
Very
put
obviously fun.
chunks on these guys.
Yeah.
To count them down. Ghosts, thank you. I'm gonna pop them in my little fishing village here.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
I don't need to add things, they count as 3.
exactly. So
They're
you'll
done.
get
Right, move my counter to divine intervention.
So yeah, so each monster that doesn't get summoned receives one of these little tokens, and if ever a monster would receive a 3rd token, it just gets discarded. So it's simply a way of cycling through.
You fill the gap.
Monsters, and then you fill the
To
gap
avoid,
again.
With an
to avoid
orc.
a situation where you're kind of like, I don't want any of them.
Yeah,
and they just sit
exactly.
there forever. And never.
Yeah.
It's,
Move one opposing acolyte on this hex onto an adjacent hex.
Oh, acolyte push.
All right. So my turn. So
Do a
I'm
dragon
gonna
orc
use
combo.
one of my cards. I'm gonna use from the depths. Select 2 of the pending monsters to summon immediately.
Oh God!
Ha!
So
Oh, see, this is the card that James stole off me at the beginning of the other game, and then he accused me of having too many monsters.
So I'll take the manticore.
Why you-
When it says remove 1 cube from a hex of your choice, it doesn't have to be the hex that the
No,
manticore's
no,
on, does
A
it?
manticore.
hex of your
Yeah.
choice. Manticore kind of like leaves its lair, swoops down.
So
and
I'll
then-
put the manticore in my swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my swamp!
Yeah.
And I will take remove 1 hex from 1 cube from a hex of your choice. So I will remove 1 cube from you because I
Oh.
don't like what you're doing. So there we go. And
Oh.
second monster, I will summon the dragon.
Oh lordy.
Surely not.
Where are you going to put it?
I
Dragon
wonder
tree.
where I'll put the dragon.
Oh, that looks. Oh.
Well, I was less tactical last time. I should be more tactical this
you should
time.
put it here and just kill all these.
Kill all of my
I'm
guys.
just going to point out that there's the same
Yeah,
number
there's
of.
1 cube.
No, it has to be in a
It
market.
has to be into a market.
Yeah.
So it's
So
here,
it's gonna
there.
have. I'm sorry, James.
or-
It's gonna have to be in there.
So
So the
I
manual-
strategically chose not to move into a market.
So it removes all cubes from this hex. Remove
Yeah.
any cubes that enter this hex. But you do have 2 acolytes to deal with it next time.
You know how to start an enemy very early in the game.
But I thought he's on the other side of the map. He'll leave me alone, right? That's gonna be fine, right?
I've
Yep.
got a new objective now. There we go. We're not winning, Jack.
We're going down in flames.
Crusade!
Where's the discard pile? Sorry.
Next to the middle.
Ah,
Oh
excellent.
yeah, it might
Thank you,
be
James.
useful
And
for
then
You
you
just,
can
that
discard
adds a
further
token.
miracles before you reveal.
Oh,
So yeah, if you want to discard.
Oh, that's
oh,
a good point.
Good point.
Oh no, you can only do that if you miracle.
Yeah.
I monstered. That is a very good card. You get to pick up 2 monsters and clear out annoying miracles.
Yeah. Which ones are faith tokens? These ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get rid of that one then, because that's not very good.
Oh lordy, there's a griffin now.
I
And a-
discarded
and a
one,
kraken.
so I only have
Kraken.
1
Oh.
left. So do I
There's a
pick
griffin
up?
and a kraken.
So you draw back 2 more.
Kraken
Yeah.
surely
I
is
have
the
2 more
legendary one
miracles.
associated with the fishing village.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You always draw back up
They
to
didn't see it on the map.
Release the Kraken.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm prepared this time.
Yeah.
So, Jack, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the miracle discard pile here
Oh,
because
thank you.
of your special ability. Is that not in the way?
No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, I was gonna do a miracle, and now I'm like,
There is a griffin.
I love the griffin. The
There's a
griffin
griffin,
lets
yeah.
you fly around,
Sorry.
making that
What?
sound.
That is very cool.
What does
Yeah, I
it do?
feel like I can't.
Griffin may carry your
Can't-
cubes.
And yeah, and
Or
acolytes.
acolytes.
Yeah, from
From-
farmlands, which
Oh
I
my God,
conveniently am in a farmland.
You get
so,
transportation.
Yeah, definitely taking the griffin if I can find it.
Here it is.
There we go.
All
Thank you,
bus.
thank you.
Yeah, it's EasyJet.
Yeah.
Don't get any ideas, guys.
It's
I'm
easy
gonna do
griff.
this griffin.
And then we have a troll.
We have a
and
cube troll.
We've nearly killed the orc. I'll sit on my ghosts.
Okay, so over to you, Bart.
James, how good am I looking to you right now?
I'm going to kill Jack.
Okay. Would you like to make a little alliance? I think I can possibly do you a solid.
Okay.
But I need some kind of incentive to do you a solid.
What do you want?
I don't know this game well enough to know what I want. How about a favour in the future that I can invoke? And it won't be a hey James, do you fancy helping me like win the game instead of you?
Okay.
Type favour. Like it won't affect.
It's a bit early for
It won't
alliances.
affect the victory of the game.
I'm in.
Hey, Charlotte, do you want to make an alliance?
There's some kind of like.
I'm in.
Cool. Okay, divine intervention.
My plan's gone to shit.
I have to say, like, there really is. It's the worst possible reason to do this, but I'm a metal fan, so if I'm given the opportunity to fucking Slayer, then I am gonna Slayer.
Oh, what's it do?
So Slayer, remove one monster from any hex on the board, regardless of whether or not it is defended.
Oh lord. Yeah.
So
Nice.
this guy is going to invoke fucking Slayer.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to wipe out the skeptics
Yep.
from here
And kill a dragon.
and kill that dragon.
Kill a dragon.
Slay the dragon.
Gone.
Has been
Slain.
That is a
that
that
You
is a
have
friendship.
saved me the pilgrimage action, which is my most
That's
powerful.
so he goes here as well.
Now you can discard
So now he's
your
making
other
food.
cards if you don't like them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're going round
Yeah,
the
guys,
houses.
remember that the God of Time is in play, so what you discard.
Hey,
come back
we
to
didn't
life.
tell everyone else what everyone else did. They just did it. Come on. That's my one move.
I'll be honest, both of these seem potentially useful, so I'm merely going to draw up to 3.
Three. It's a 3,
Alright.
Mario.
What's the last monster do?
The troll stops Q being able to enter a hex.
Okay.
So that I
Oh no,
use.
that's my main thing.
I think I used that to. Did I use that to block the?
To block the capital, I think.
You use that to stop one of the things because I had one that
Yeah,
pushed
yeah.
cubes.
You had a thing that like dragged everyone into its square, into its hex.
Cool.
And I was
I'm
like,
going
that's
to
not
use
fun anymore.
Signs in the sky. So choose a settlement type. Add one of your faith tokens to each of this hex.
Ooh.
So I'm going to discard that over there. I'm also going to discard my other two because they suck.
Cool.
Which order would you like to discuss?
So I'm going to choose the fishing villages because there are 2 next to me.
Yep.
So 1, 2, and then this one. I just
Faith
put
eater.
there.
Oh wow.
But there are 2 next to me, so I
That's
can
smart.
use both of them, and then I get to draw 3.
You've got 4 faith tokens around that one.
I lost
Yeah.
all of my fanatics. There's no one to deny the faith anymore.
Okay,
Fanatics. Cold, you say?
So that's divine intervention. So one of the actions, the last action that you want to take is the test the faith action. So this is a particularly important action because it's obviously how you build temples, which is what you're ultimately aiming to do. So the thematic idea behind Test the Faith is that you're going to trigger some sort of anomalous event in the settlement and see which deity the people turn to explain this kind of strange occurrence. The way that the action works is you take this anomaly token and you place it in the settlement whose faith you want to test. You can pick absolutely any settlement, you don't need to be present there at all, so long as the settlement does not already contain this anomaly token. So I'm going to choose this settlement over here. When the faith gets tested as a settlement, each player counts up the number of faith tokens that they have around the settlement, and we also count up all the skeptic tokens present in the settlement. Skeptic tokens are going to work exactly like faith tokens, except that they belong to grey. So that's all. Just like faith tokens, but they belong to grey. So in this settlement here, I have 2 faith tokens, red has 1, no one else has any. Starting with the player with the most faith tokens and then kind of working down, each player is going to convert their rival's followers according to the difference in their number of tokens. So I have 2, grey don't have any, so I get to convert the difference, which is 2 greys, into these followers here. There's now no one left for me to convert, so my conversions are done, and it moves on to red. So red has 1, so they can't convert black because black has 2, but they can convert grey because the difference is 1. So you pick up follow
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
settlement.
he feels a bit outnumbered.
Don't know what
Like
you.
the-
I don't
They're
know what
kind
you
of
mean.
circling around.
Drown them.
Oh my god.
Don't know what you mean.
Cults, you say?
Yeah.
I like when
in
they're
the
kind of like
fishing
circling
pond.
him.
She's
like,
a witch!
torches and, yeah.
He's just come running into this village. There's a dragon! And they turn around, he's not there. Where? Oh, shit.
James, are you sure you want to keep calling your followers cultists? Because they may get targeted.
We're your friendly neighbourhood cultists.
Are we
Don't mind us.
suggesting that if he renames them to something else, then they'll suddenly be fine?
Holy warriors of the Lord.
Yeah. And no one has ever come for those.
The
Free-
one true
freedom
god.
fighters.
What's yours called?
Lutraz.
Lutraz.
Yeah.
One true god, Lutraz.
Um,
I'm afraid we're an Esserin.
Yeah.
Esserin, there we go.
Esserin.
Esserin followers here. We're an Esserin
Okay,
neighbourhood.
so after all the conversions have been carried out, the player who is left with the most followers in the settlement gets to build a temple. So that's how your temples get built. So it's not exactly simple area majority, it's kind of area majority after conversions. Let's say later on Lutraz Red kind of fills this settlement with followers. It might happen. And the faith gets tested, and there ends up being more red followers than black followers. What will happen is my black temple will be destroyed, be placed on its side. It is now a ruin, and a red temple can be built in its place. If later on, kind of, there's more black followers and red followers in the settlement, I test the faith. Red's temple will be destroyed, and my ruin will be restored to a temple. Ruins are worth half a temple for the purposes of meeting these victory conditions. So you're never set kind of totally back to square one. Square zero. So never set totally back to zero, yeah, to the start, exactly. You're always making kind of some progress once you've built a temple. But ruins are not temples. If you've got a ruin in the capital, you have not met this first condition, which requires you to have a temple. Okay, so you test the faith, you carry out conversions, temples are built or destroyed, and then the last thing that happens is one skeptic token is added into each adjacent settlement that doesn't contain an acolyte or a monster. So in my case, I would be adding a skeptic token here and here. Thematically, kind of the idea is people just don't really trust what their neighbours are saying. They're very skeptical when their neighbours start building temples and making claims about the gods. But mechanically, what this means is you want to be a little bit careful about testing the faith kind of again and again in your own backyard, because you're going to get this build-up of skepticism, and things might end up being converted to grey rather than to your colour when you test the faith. Just to complicate things slightly, my deity's special ability is associated with the Test the Faith action. My ability is that I can choose whether or not to place a skeptic token each time, and I can place it even where other people have acolytes. So I'm going to elect not to place one here, but to place one here, and here, and here, and here. And not over there. So that's me. That's me done. So
Cool. So I'll move on to test the faith as well. I'm going to test the faith in where you just put that bloody skeptic token. But I am beating the skeptic token by 1.
Yep.
So I get to convert 1
Yep,
of
exactly.
their chappies.
Yep.
Which means, and you're tied with the skeptic, so you can't convert any.
Yep. Exactly.
Which means I have the majority and I get a temple there. And then I have to add skepticisms. Not here because I have a monster. I do have to add one there.
Yep.
And I add one in your...
So not here.
oh
because
no,
of my
acolyte, but I do add one
Yeah. I'm the only one who will add them to other acolytes.
there.
Cool.
And that is me done.
Cool. I will also test the faith, and I will elect to do it in this one right here.
There's going to be a lot of skepticism pouring out of this.
Yeah. Normally we discourage doing this.
there's one
Bunch.
skeptic, but there are
It
more
won't
of them.
quite get you a temple.
Oh no.
What? Hang on, I've misunderstood the rules. I think
So
because
You
I've got
can
one
con-
skeptic.
You can
have two.
convert.
they have one, so you get to convert one grey cube.
Yep.
To green.
To green.
Right.
Which means you're
Um,
50-50 with them.
Then you have no one else to convert.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
unbelievers.
Yeah.
So you can only
Oh,
build a
yes.
temple if you get the majority.
Yeah. So
So you
you
may
might want to choose somewhere else.
Okay, that's a good point that I didn't realise. So I will choose this one instead.
Yeah.
That
You can-
probably makes
Doesn't
You
sense.
could
have
add
to be
one
where
where
you're
you're
Or there,
that,
where the
yeah.
manticore is.
But here we'll
But I
gain
can
you 2
convert
followers.
things,
Yeah.
which is nice. So let's do that. So I'll convert 2, because there's no skeptics in there. Bloody skeptics ruining my plans
Yeah,
all
that's
day
the
long.
problem with skepticism, right? Is they slow down your temple building.
The natural
schemes.
enemy of your religion, and build one car, and that's me, isn't it? I don't need to do anything else.
And you've got to add skepticism.
Oh, skepticism. Right, good
But
point.
in this case, it will just be one over here because everywhere else has an acolyte and a monster.
Ah,
Yeah.
good job. Well done, boys.
God,
That
that's
one
a
over there.
skeptic
Yeah, that one over there is a.
That's a skeptic swamp.
Yep.
I mean,
It requires
just the way
one
here.
one miracle,
Yeah.
and it's all cleared out.
I
One
convinced
miracle
this
and
one
some
believer.
people.
We call it the skeptic swamp.
I get my temple.
Mired in skepticism.
And then skeptics. Oh no. That's it.
Right. Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
Wording here is convert cubes there according to the difference between the numbers of faith tokens present,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like the subtitle in that is per faction. So the fact that this one here has got 2 of me and one of James and 1 skeptic, I still
So
Yeah.
you
I
start.
would
so
get
yeah.
I would convert 1 as a result
Yep.
of doing that.
You convert one,
I
and
convert
no one
one.
else. No, because you're matching the skeptics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So all you get is
So I
one.
wouldn't get to
cube.
build a temple,
No.
No.
but I would
You
I
would.
would
You
do a
get
convert.
one.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's pretty much looking around. That seems to be far and away the best option.
Yeah. You
yeah,
can. You can get a temple.
Because I just end up. Yeah, but I just end up.
You can. Well, yeah.
Springs
Yeah,
get
you
to-
can. Oh, good point.
Yeah, it depends how worried you are about skepticism. Yeah, because you could
Yeah.
just get a temple here,
Yeah.
but you would be adding skepticism and not
No,
converting.
Oh,
there's
anything.
no
there's no
faith tokens.
faith.
So yeah, I think either is a good call.
You only get skeptic tokens if you build a temple, correct?
No, whenever you test the faith.
Oh, so that test the face would chuck a lot of skeptic tokens around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would one there, and one there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll go for the capital. Go on, son.
No,
The capital will
could.
gain you
Yeah.
nothing.
I feel like it's always good to get a temple. It's what you want the most.
Yeah,
You know?
cool. Okay, fine. I'm happy to take that on board. So, So
Yep, so this
I
comes
can't
over here.
convert because there's nothing to convert.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I
So
literally
you
just
are left
get.
with the most.
So just plonk.
Yeah.
With the
And
one
then-
dude. I believe in calorics.
And
So-
then you got.
Don't we all believe in calorics? Me, yes. Build a temple.
Sorry, did you say cornflakes?
So, aside from monsters, how else do you get rid of skeptics?
By performing miracles.
Performing miracles.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Intervention.
I'm going to divine intervention. Now, if I divine intervention here.
Do you mean test the faith, or do you mean?
Yep, I meant test the faith.
Yeah.
Someone just said the word divine intervention as I was speaking.
yeah.
So if I test the faith here, I gain 1 token, don't I?
You gain
And
one
then-
follower,
But
yes.
no, I can't. Oh, but I wouldn't win it because there's now 2.
Yeah,
skeptic
yeah.
tokens there.
But I'm going to help you out here because this will be great for you. So if you test the faith here,
Yep.
you have 2,
Yep.
and I only have 1.
Yep.
So the difference
that
between us is
acolyte
1.
Oh,
So you'll
okay.
gain this one will turn red,
Okay.
Yep.
and you've got
Done that.
2,
Okay.
and Grey don't
I'm
have
up to
any.
speed now.
So both of these, so the difference is
Looks like
2. So
blatant
both
cheating.
of those will turn red as well. So you'll gain 3 followers and build a temple.
Do it. Do it.
It's hard when
Don't
I'm
worry,
just
I'm
gonna-
amassing my forces.
I'm just
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
point
yeah,
out that he has already very much made himself.
Yeah.
This is like going on the diplomacy tower.
Also-
Tomorrow and going, oh no.
Also, he told
He's
you
told
to do
me.
it.
Yeah,
Because I was just going to go there
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah. You got to do
So,
it.
so
Yeah.
because I've got 2, I
Yeah.
can convert 2.
So you can
Convert
convert
2
2 greys,
greys,
because the
and
difference
1
between
black.
you and grey is 2.
Yep.
Yeah, and the difference between you and black is 1. So,
Okay, so that's right.
yeah. So it's particularly good to test the faith where there's kind of lots of a big mix of different followings because you convert each
Yeah.
opposing according to the difference.
Uh-huh.
And then you add skeptic tokens as well.
Nice. So it's just the.
Yeah, they're over there.
Oh, sorry.
So
So it's just
there.
1 and 2.
That should
Yeah.
be over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you've gained some of your followers back after they were slain by the dragons. So.
I can't tell if I've read. Is that
Uh,
my helpful? If I've played a big enemy here.
Um,
He's like, do this.
yeah.
And I crush you.
Okay, so those are essentially all the rules of the game. The very last thing to note is toward the bottom of this deck, in the kind of bottom third, there is a card called the Capital Event card. And it's an event which just affects the capital. So when we were setting up the game, we selected this event kind of face down and shuffled it into the bottom third, so we don't know what it is either. But it could be one of three things. It could just be immediately test the faith in the capital, which is sort of reasonably harmless. But it could also be turn all cubes in the capital to grey, and it could be remove all faith tokens around the capital. So it potentially has quite a big dramatic effect.
So what you're saying is banking heavily on the capital as a potential route to victory early on in the game, possibly.
It's
a
high
gamble.
risk, high reward.
Yes.
Like when we played last time, we didn't realise that Marshall was going to win from his objective, so we thought everyone was going for 6. But I was a turn before, and we realised that if I'd taken the miracle card, it was that one, and I would have won if I'd taken a miracle because it would have given me the capital.
Right.
So it can literally change the game.
So
sometimes it doesn't do anything, and sometimes it's like
it was like the one best one in there, and it was literally the next card. So they can literally change the game that card.
And if you've got a temple already there, the other stuff cleared could be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So what it kind of does is it makes you a little bit hesitant about kind of storming the sort of capital early on, but obviously if you wait until after the capital event card has appeared and been triggered, then everyone knows the capital is a little bit safer, and maybe by then it's too late. Okay, so
Now we go wild.
now you can choose whichever action is available
Ready
to
for
you
the
that seems
keyboard.
optimal. And at the moment you've got these 2 objectives, but you need to
Objectives.
you need to choose one and discard the other.
the world.
I'll put them under the table. So I'm going to keep this one.
Or just get rid of the other one.
Yeah, the other one. This one is okay.
Where should we get rid of them to?
This one is more.
Good here if you like.
They both started off very possible.
Then some stuff happened.
Now they're pipe dreams. That's right, not for the stuff that other people have done, for my own actions.
Yeah. Both of mine are a hassle.
I hear that.
Okay, so I think I am going to spread the word, and because I have many followers, and you do not, I will replace.
Zing.
I will replace this faith token with one of my own.
Well, only have you explained acolytes on their side?
Oh no, okay, so one other kind of small thing that crops up. Some monsters, like the Kraken for example, and some miracles talk about acolytes being placed on their side. Whenever your acolyte is placed on its side, it's kind of like it's no longer there. It can't preach, it can't move, it can't perform a miracle.
Can't defend monsters.
Yeah, Charlotte's can't defend monsters. If Charlotte's acolyte was on its side, then it wouldn't be protecting a faith token. It really is like the acolyte's not there. You can return your acolyte back to being upright on your next pilgrimage action, but then that's all your acolyte can do on its turn. So it's just kind of like a real way of slowing people down. Anyway, sorry.
Let me just have a look at these again.
You're in button mash.
This is
Look at what I drew. Oh, yes, I did.
I was doing a guess.
I already have them.
I am going to Divine Intervention.
Yes!
I'm going to miracle. Ooh, actually, what have we got? No, I'm going to miracle. I'm a miracle. I'm going to take Passage of Time, which means I can immediately take one pilgrimage and one spread the word action in either order.
So you always pick an acolyte to perform the miracle, so if you choose this acolyte, you get rid of.
Yes, I'm going to get rid of that. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to... pilgrimage... I tell you what, let's just... get rid of that. Convert that now, for fun. For funsies. As part of my pilgrimage. Move this fellow over here, move this fellow over here, and convert one of them. I can do that. Yes, that's fine. Convulsils. And then I'm going to spread the word. And I'll. What's a danger to me? Always a fun thing to do. I'll turn this. I'll turn this red one to red one.
Thank you.
To purple. And then I will discard those two. What was the thing about acolytes on the side? I completely.
It just slows you down.
They have to
Okay.
kill the to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
While they're on their side, they're useless.
Yeah, I'll get rid of that, and I will pick up
Do
two.
they still count for stopping sketches?
No, they don't have to stop and sketch.
No
So they're
cards.
pretty much complete. So a big
It's-
adventure
yeah.
for
Okay.
Jack.
All right.
And that is me.
So I'm also going to Divine Intervention, and I'm going to use my special ability as Eris to perform the topmost miracle of the discard pile, or summon the topmost monster of the discard pile. So I'm going to summon the monster.
Yeah.
Bring the dragon back. Where is he?
What village is it going to?
There he is, and this time I'm going to put him over here.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Right.
Nom,
so
nom,
you know,
nom, nom,
little
nom.
hex. I don't know if it does
Nom,
anything to
nom,
the temple.
nom, nom,
Presumably
No,
not.
nothing
Slaying
to
that
the
beast came back to bite you.
To slay a beast, it takes 2 acolytes. Do they have to be your acolytes?
Yeah.
Yes. For the legendary ones. Normally it's just one acolyte.
What you have
Like,
there
if you had an
is a
ally-
temple no
an
one
ally's
can
acolyte.
destroy.
But
Is it what, sorry?
You have a
It's protected
temple
by
no
it.
one can destroy because no one
Yeah.
can move. No one can move followers in.
Well, they
protected
could,
by
they
the
could
dragon.
destroy it, but they wouldn't be able to build there. So if you test the faith somewhere where there are no cubes, then
Oh.
after all conversions have taken place, no one's got the most, so the temple gets destroyed.
Right.
So a good way of destroying people's temples is actually to kind of clear out the hex
To
entirely.
summon a dragon.
And then, to summon a dragon.
Well,
And then they can
shoot.
test the faith.
So Jack summoned 2 dragons in this game.
Yep.
God of Time.
God of making,
I've summoned 0 dragons in the campaign. It's about time some dragons happen.
God of making quick enemies.
Yeah.
All right, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Still on divine intervention. Still
That's
on
me.
divine
No one
intervention.
can steal your temple.
So I can activate my griffin, and my griffin is going to fly
Okay.
me.
Fly,
And
fly.
they're not going to fly very far, I don't think. I think.
Oh, does the griffin fly as well?
Yeah, the griffin can
Oh.
move my people.
I didn't know it moved
They're
with
going to come
people.
into here. And then I'm going to perform a miracle in that hex with these acolytes. It's called
good.
Voices on the Wind. Add 1 of your faith tokens to this hex per acolyte present.
Oh, very nice.
So it's
So
3
three
faith
acolytes.
tokens. So one's going there, one's going there, and one's going there.
Oh man, look at that.
Oh,
Man,
that's
that's
a
a
lot.
thing. I forgot about that.
I'm just going to disembark from this script.
Please return your tread hills and chest back
Is
to
it-
the upright position.
Is it 3 or is it 2?
Yeah, I thought it was 2.
I'm going to draw them.
3, because there are 3 acolytes here.
Oh.
They
Oh,
don't
for
have to be
acolytes.
yours.
Oh, that's very
Um,
clever.
Yeah, so you have to kind of
canny.
use it. Use it
Don't
as
trust
a-
the game makers.
Technicalities.
Naturally, I think you'll find it
That's some wording. That's some. Oh dear.
That is
Kill-
Dungeons and Dragons
kill-
level
Jack,
of.
kill- oh no, you can't kill the griffin.
wording.
She's riding the griffin. You can't kill the griffin. Oh no.
Stay away from my griffin.
No. No.
Oh no.
Cereal, over to you.
That's also a lot of a lot of word has been spread around that area.
I am now cereal. Okay, cool.
Super duper ethereal.
Funny, in our campaign, one of the people you keep making a monster is the Nesquik guy.
Yeah, that's true. I got a little Lego Nesquik guy.
God of Nesquik.
Nesquik bunny. Nesquik bunny.
He's the were-rabbit currently.
Well, Jack completely derailed my entire plan for this turn.
What? With a dragon?
Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
like
put it
Almost
there.
like dragons
Spontaneously
do stuff.
recurring dragon had quite a significant derailing effect on my plans. What do? Well, I mean, there's an extent to which the answer, I guess, is obvious. Pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Pilgrimage.
Super broken, awesome ability.
Dash.
So
Oh,
we
yeah, double
are
dash.
going to move here,
Ooh.
convert,
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
and then move to there,
Mhm.
convert,
So, I should have done that when I did the monster
and
thing, right?
then
Yes.
move.
Yeah,
Now,
I'll do
the
this.
dragon prevents all movement into that.
Yeah, it will
Acolyte
get
can
dis-
move into there, but
The
your-
cubes will
yeah.
get destroyed.
Hexes can't.
Yeah, the cubes will get destroyed.
Oh, so the acolyte would be.
Yeah, because
So-
the acolytes can defeat it, so yeah, they
Yes.
can go in there.
Okay, excellent. Well, in that case, this guy is going to. At the dragon. And I can move cubes as well.
Yep.
But don't move them into the dragon.
No, because they'll die.
Literally into the dragon.
Spontaneously combust.
And the cubes can move 2 squares as the same.
Yep. Yeah, all your pieces can move around. Simply speaking.
Could consolidate somewhere.
Yeah,
Can't-
that's.
you can't
you
move the
can't
one
move
you
the
just.
one.
Oh no, you're right. So no, sorry, you've already said that. So we'll go there.
Decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact.
You can only move one of
Any
those.
one of them.
Oh, only one.
That's needed.
Oh yes, because I converted them
Yeah.
as well. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's me.
I'm going to pilgrimage. So go there. Convert for
dear.
2. And the only place I can get 2 more will be here. So I'll convert for 2.
The blue cube is fair game at the moment as well. But you, I mean, you
that
have
is
an
fine.
alliance.
Yeah,
right,
no, he's
so-
fine.
yeah.
And then I should have a person there.
Really changed Pokemon Red and Blue if Red and Blue teamed up.
If I take him out, that can be destroyed very easily.
If I were to test the fate there,
Or red
it
versus
would
blue.
turn black,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah.
get a temple. But I can't test the fate so long as
Even
this
more
thing
so.
is here.
Oh, and you'll be.
Yeah, so you
we're-
think the
we're not-
anomaly token wouldn't get in the way, but it actually really does. I wouldn't be able to test the fate in that settlement on my turn.
I told you to make it hope.
So I can't destroy it on this turn, however much I would like to. So I'm going to pilgrimage as well. You were just pilgrimaging, weren't you?
Yes.
If you want to move this guy,
Oh
well,
god,
it's,
yes.
yeah,
Forgot about
it's,
him. He was so surrounded.
yeah,
I just
he's,
forgot about him.
that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to move this acolyte into here and convert one of these purples.
What's that? Say what?
This acolyte is going to convert this red one because he is without an acolyte of his own, and then move back towards the centre. I think I want to move. If I move. Oh, another one, maybe. Yeah, nothing to.
Oh, sorry.
Nothing
Some
to worry
aggressive
about.
moves there, Marshall.
Oh, thank me. I forgot that we had
Okay, yeah. So
Hmm.
there's nothing to worry about.
Marshall,
I
you're thinking
promise.
out of screen right now. Come in.
He's thinking off screen.
I have to look at monster
Some
cards.
serious thinking.
Exit stage right. Looking at them monsters.
Yeah.
But you can't divine into
I can.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can
you
do
can
it.
do your ability. Oh, sweet.
He can do
no.
anything he goddamn wants. He's like, oh, one monster, now wants another. 2? No.
This is what happened last time, and he had like
Yes.
6 monsters.
It's what happens when we slave nothing.
Hmm.
Options. I think I will be divine interventioning. I'm just trying to work out the best way to do such thing.
If you divine intervention, you can move your ghosts around as
Yes,
well.
that's-
things like that, so
That's the. I was just working out what I want to do as well as the ghosts. No.
Hey, would you like an alliance?
There we go.
Hey!
I've introduced politics.
I mean, we were meant to have an alliance, but you've clearly like moved both your acolytes into my space.
I
So,
forgot.
like, very fickle alliance. Ollie, would you get to a light?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's
We're
fine.
not affecting each other, so we're good.
It's more just a suggestion for knocking Ollie quite literally over.
I mean, not
The
literally.
Kraken.
The Kraken needs to be
in a fishing village.
Yeah.
And he has an acolyte in the fishing village.
Oh, that
And a
acolyte.
temple.
Yeah.
Temple. Or James, but
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying the options.
Or
Or
James.
yourself, but that's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
not an
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, no,
I don't trust Jack when it comes to monsters.
I'm not gonna monster. I'm gonna miracle. I'm gonna miracle paralysis.
Yeah, that's
So I'm paralyzing this guy.
Oh.
unbelievable. Are you doing it with
I'm doing it with this
guy?
one
Yeah.
because
Unbelievable.
goodbye to all of these. I don't
Ah,
like
yes. All those
those.
skeptics.
Those can just go over there for
A
now.
miracle. Skepticism
Um,
be damned. Actually, let's leave it here. That
Paralyzed. For safety, I'm moving the ghosts. Oh, but
I'm
oh
on
no.
pilgrimage as well. So I've got,
Yeah,
You got time.
moving the ghosts
plenty
into
of
there
time.
for safety.
Turns to live.
And I'm done, and I pick up a door and a junk kind of thing. These are hilarious. I'll keep them. I'll just pick up a new one.
You said hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Tonight on news you did not want to hear.
Yeah, cool. Good. I'm good.
Right.
Moving on.
I'm going to pilgrimage. I'm going to move all the Israelites out of Egypt. I'm going
Game
to...
you play.
The Friends, the reference game. I'm going to move them all these guys in here.
I'm giving myself a little pat on the back for avoiding a number of jokes that
I broke the world
are
again.
not a good idea.
I feel like there's a small conflict going on for that one.
No.
Small conflict.
This will not be enough.
Jack's like holy
Griffin,
war, and then he's like, why are
there's-
people coming into fight me?
Actually, I hate one of them putting over here.
You should probably leave one if you don't want your temple to be destroyed as well. Like, so.
Yeah, because you don't have any. Oh, you've got. Oh, you do have two photos.
I don't need actually. We've got a monster, so that should be okay. I think until it gets destroyed. So, so then if I'm pilgrimaging here, I can fight and destroy the griffin, or I can convert
You can't fight the griffin
because you've got acolytes.
Yeah.
But I can convert these grey dudes.
Yes.
I can only convert one. And I need to move this. If I move this guy, I can do more things with him, right?
Yeah.
So I will move this guy into here. Convert this one. And I will also convert one of these. That's me. I think that's everyone moved. Schmort.
Yeah.
Schmort.
So that's all you've got.
Not that smart. I'm probably gonna get
Okay.
wiped now.
This is just about enough. I'm gonna test the faith in that hex.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't put so many in there, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It made it more tricky for me, but I'm gonna get it. So
She's
I
got
have
so much
You
faith.
have
I have 4
Literally
faith
shouldn't
tokens.
listen.
Jack
Ray
has
have
2.
None, so
Oh, yes,
I get
all of
the 3
those.
greys. First of all.
And 2 of Jack's.
Yeah, I get 2 of Jack's as well. Goodbye.
Why two?
Because he has 2.
Yeah.
And
She has
Jack's
4, so the
Yeah.
difference is 2.
Okay.
Right, and now I have 5, and he only has 4 in there. So that 1 cube that I convinced you to
One
leave
follow.
behind.
Oh.
It's
I was
true.
actually.
It is-
Do
it's
you know
gonna
what?
die.
Do you know what? I my whole plan. I was meant to empty that completely,
Oh my god.
and then I listened to you.
Yeah, I mean it is genuinely a good idea to leave a
I
cube
am
behind.
sorry, but hats
No, no,
off to you.
Do you play diplomacy? you ever play diplomacy?
We haven't played it.
You should
It
you
wasn't-
should give it a go.
It wasn't trusting as a player, more as a kind of. Oh, this is the game maker. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they know what they're talking about.
Do you know how worried I am now about this?
You don't want to be in this
Helpful
situation,
advice.
you know, where you
Oh,
have
you
no
should leave a
cubes, your
cube,
temple's very
and now you've
vulnerable.
fallen into my trap. You should convert this temple. Now I don't know what the trap is.
Have you added all your skeptic tokens?
Mhm.
Promise there was no trap.
I can't believe that now.
Yeah.
Right.
Vengeance
I'm worried I
mine.
added an extra one. No.
So you added one here for sure. Did you
Yeah,
also
I
add
added
one
one
here?
here. I'm
Okay,
just
yeah,
worried
fine
I
then.
added one
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
but maybe I didn't.
Now, my turn. No, yes. Question.
Hmm.
Dragon needs 2 acolytes to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they both need to fight it?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
They both. Okay, so they have to sacrifice everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Alright. Well, even so, and even bearing in mind that it's just going to bring it back, isn't it? Never mind.
You can't pilgrimage. Did you pilgrimage last time?
Yeah, you can't do it twice.
Oh, you can't do twice in a
Yeah,
row.
you would have
Oh,
picked a
okay.
That's why you got little tokens.
Except that I can do this specific one multiple times.
Yeah, because of
You won't be able to get rid of the dragon for at least
What you really need
4
to do
turns.
is kill the dragon
No,
and then get
6
someone
turns.
else to kill another
Other
monster, so
other
you can't
options
just bring it
include
back.
Yeah.
if you cycle through miracle cards, there are some miracle cards that let you
Yeah.
claim a dragon and stuff like that. So you can then
Right.
own the dragon and
Okay,
move.
so I could abandon literally all of the strategy and just desperately hunt through
For
the pile
you
of
to be able
miracle
to
cards.
slay the dragon.
Please.
Or you
give
can,
me the answer.
You can just decide that this temple's not worth it. Like you could,
Yeah.
you could
The worst that's going to happen is that it'll be a ruin and it's still worth half a point. So that's worst case scenario. So you might just think, I'm just going to leave that one then.
So hang on, so the dragon is going to...
I wouldn't be worried about the
what's
dragon.
the process
The dragon
by
will be
which that temple becomes a ruin?
If someone were to test the faith there,
Yeah,
because there are no followers and there are no cubes, you
right.
don't have the most followers, so it just gets destroyed.
Right.
But someone would have to spend their turn testing the faith there, which they might do if you're quite close to winning, but they're
Yeah.
probably unlikely to do.
But
Right now,
once.
that feels like a kind of an
How many
okay...
ruins can you have in one square? For example,
You can only ever have one of your own ruins,
No,
but
all of us sort of thing.
there could be
So,
5 ruins.
For that one, we could just literally
6 ruins.
every few turns keep
No,
having someone test the faith.
because we need 1 cube in there to build a temple.
Yeah, you wouldn't gain a ruin. It was just whoever has the temple, it becomes the ruin.
Yeah, so if I test the faith, he gets a ruin, I get a temple.
You
No.
can only...
No,
Only
just-
if you have
just
the
a
most
room.
You
cubes.
have the most
Oh,
followers, yeah.
You can only miracle in the square in a square that has an acolyte.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you have an
Sorry, that
acolyte.
has an
Yeah.
acolyte in it.
So if a card
So
says
if we
this hex,
put
that's
if we
where
use
it's
test the faith down, we're just wasting our
Oh.
time.
It's just a way of just making him
Or
use
but,
the point.
You can also divine intervention and funnel through monsters, and there is a monster that stops other monsters' powers.
Yes, and there are other monsters that kill monsters. There are ways that
What,
dragon.
Marshall,
can go.
remind me what's your deity's ability
It's
again?
the one where I can funnel through divine intervention.
Yeah.
He's he knows all the cards.
Yeah.
He's saw them all.
Right. Including in the discard pile, yes?
No.
No? Oh, right, okay.
That's-
I wasn't sure if
that's
this was
that
a kind of
guy's
like, Bart, you could do a thing that helps me out.
No.
That would be Jack. Alright.
It's alright, I'll help you out later. We can form an alliance still. You've seen the power of the dragon.
Yeah.
You do not know the power of the dragon side.
I believe, I assure you that I do. I can say with great confidence that yes, I do.
Yeah, I'd pitch like a spread the word or a divine intervention.
Yeah, spread the word is what I'm currently contemplating. I'm just trying not to do it
It's
in a way that
usually a good action.
I don't really want to do this in a way that brings me into direct conflict. That if it doesn't have to.
You want to know the monsters?
Yeah, what are the?
You've got the orc, which will
No,
shove.
it's cool.
Oh.
Hang on a minute.
The troll and the kraken.
If you choose something else, the orc dies this turn.
Yeah.
You don't do anything, the orc dies.
Well, I can't really do the orc because that would require. We could have some hot orc on dragon action.
Yeah,
going
I mean
on.
that's
Yeah.
fine, but so it's allowed in terms of the rules, but it might not help you.
No,
hugely.
I would be surprised if it did, frankly.
Plus, that wouldn't be very advantageous because of its ability. Move one opposing acolyte on this hex onto an adjacent hex.
Yeah, which I don't.
So in the future, you could like move it and push people away, but
Yeah, I am going to. Ponder my options a bit more.
Vamp.
Oh, actually, speaking of vamping, one thing I didn't do at the beginning of the stream, I was going to save it to the halfway point, but I'll do it now, is over the last week we had a giveaway with our friends at Creature Cave for the Dragon
This time?
Bundle. No, unfortunately not, James. You did enter, you were counted, but, and so were you, Marshall, and so were you, Bart, actually, all entered.
I've
You were
entered
all
it.
in the draw.
I've entered
You
first for the last
entered because
4
you liked
ones,
the
but
post
that's fine.
and you were following me already, and yeah, it's fine. You were actually entered on one of them. I think it was on Instagram. But anyway, the winner of the giveaway this week for the Dragon Bundle, courtesy of Creature Cave, goes to Leanne1 from
The
Twitter.
first
From Twitter.
Leanne.
Thank you very much. The first of the Leannes.
The one from which all other Leannes were wrought.
Thank you very much for entering, and thank you to everyone else who entered the competition. Loads of entries, like over 100 entries, crazy
It
good.
was genuinely my pleasure. You're all very good.
And I'm grateful.
Do you want to turn now?
So I will get in contact with you Yeah, and we'll get it posted out to you as quickly as possible. Anyway,
I have an
over to you.
announcement. I have made a decision.
Yay!
Excellent. What are you doing?
Divine intervention.
Trolling.
He's
I am going to troll.
literally trolling.
I'm a mega troll.
And he's killing an orc.
Is that
Yeah.
this one?
Bastard.
That's the one.
Dead orc.
And it's going here.
Troll.
Oh, lordy.
So all their skepticism goes. There's a troll.
Yeah.
Oh
You don't
lordy.
believe in them. He's behind you.
It's one that annoyed everyone last time I had it, the gargoyle.
Ah,
Yeah.
And a werewolf.
Jack's going to have that.
Just nom 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 feeding on cubes.
My turn?
I didn't perform a miracle, so I can't do anything else. So, yep.
If I test the faith there,
You will
Did
get
you-
it.
nothing changes, I just get a temple.
Yep.
Yeah, so test the faith. Temple.
And you're going to add
Skeptics.
skeptic tokens.
Oh, yeah.
Two. Not that one.
Oh,
You
sorry.
had a fellow in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm just going to get my revenge by summoning the Kraken.
Oh lordy.
Uh,
Revenge on who?
Yeah, who
revenge
have you got to
on-
fight
Yeah.
with?
But paralysing my acolyte over here.
Oh,
Because you were trying
Um,
to take over my temple.
My Kraken.
That
is going
actually does
to...
it. When you said it's revenge, we were like, on who? Who's done you?
hey, neither of you
I
pretended
went-
to be allies,
I went to
okay?
the person who did a bunch of stuff to me. That's it.
So the Kraken's going to summon to here. It places your
Yes.
acolyte on its side,
Mhm.
and when your acolyte eventually stands up and
Brilliant.
leaves,
We're like,
they'll be
cool.
placed on their side again.
Mhm.
Takes 2 acolytes to kill them.
But at least Ollie didn't pretend to be your ally.
I think
I
he
don't know
did.
what you're
He
talking
said,
about.
let's ally up. Like,
Oh, yeah, no, I
Oh,
think those
oh,
words
oh,
definitely
oh.
did.
These
He said,
games-
let's ally
Yeah.
up. Then moved all of his troops into
I-
my
I-
area and crashed into him.
Shall we
You have
ally
done
up?
very
Because,
well
you
for
know,
that, so
we're on a
it's
level.
all
The game makers are not to be trusted here.
I'm used to it in a 4-player context. I think there's 2 extra people in the ring.
Right,
It
let's
really
have a
screws it up.
let's have
I
a
know what you
look.
mean about not trusting the creators. They've been lovely so far.
Let's have a look.
I do not recall pointing out any dragons.
Oh, yeah, you guys didn't tell me about that. You guys didn't tell me about that.
Oh, what the monsters have got.
What is actually the werewolf?
The werewolf eats a bunch of stuff. So it removes a cube from its hex and each of 2 adjacent hexes. And it goes
Which
into a
hex
forest.
does it go on to?
Forests.
Oh,
Boom,
no.
boom, boom.
Oh, yes. Remember that alliance we talked about? I mean, to be fair, if you went for that one, that wouldn't be so much of a problem because you could get rid of Matey's stuff.
The monsters.
That's right. That's right,
Their
Kijani.
powers activate when you go onto Divine Intervention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that happen when you perform miracles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Just check.
Yeah, every time you use your divine power.
It's always optional whether or not to activate their abilities.
Gotcha.
But you'll often want to.
I forgot last time.
I don't know.
I was
For
too
the
dragon
werewolf.
keen.
For example,
Mhm.
say if he was here and we didn't want to activate it,
They're small winged
if he
creature.
moves, so let's say if you summoned
Werewolf
him.
overshadow.
doesn't move.
Yes.
Oh, doesn't move.
The
Moving
werewolf
a
doesn't.
monster
Oh,
abilities.
never mind.
Yes. Yeah. So you can just
I was
move
wondering
your
if you could
troll.
destroy the ones from
creature.
there, but not the
No,
opposing
when
one.
you activate it, you
Whole
have to
ability. Cool.
use the whole ability.
Yeah, and you're actually defending this troll at the moment as well.
My troll buddy.
I'm gonna test the faith on ear. I think is what I want to do
Yeah.
because I have 2 more than the greys,
Mhm.
so I convert 2 greys. Doo-doo-doo. I have 1 more than the greens, so I convert the greens,
Mhm.
and then I have majority rule.
Yeah. So you'd kind of you'd pass
Oh,
down
does
to
the
the next
one
players, but this grey doesn't know who to turn to between
Yeah.
between green and yellow, so it just
stays
put.
grey?
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
put a
stick with what you know.
church up. Church. And that's done. Right?
yeah.
Oh no, gotta share some
I
skepticism.
think it's just this one.
There. No.
Yep.
No.
God.
Anyway.
No one sang with me for the second bit.
Sorry.
Dance.
Sorry.
Sang with me for
I
the
did a
second
little
bit.
dance.
Ah, thank you. Did a little dance.
Make a little love. Get down tonight. So I'm also going to Divine Intervention. First of all, before I forget, I'm gonna use the Manticore to remove 1 cube from a hex of your choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a.
I don't know why. I just really pictured you digging the knife in and going, I really don't like this square at all. One dragon, one divine intervention.
Then going to summon the werewolf to the same square.
What?
Yep.
And
This is busy.
remove 1 cube from this hex and each of 2 adjacent hexes. So,
Oh my god.
oh.
There we go.
Oh, you started a
Revenge.
Oh.
I think that's exactly the amount that got withdrawn last time. So I think that's cool. We're cool.
Cool. So each of these, did they get their
Yeah,
tokens?
I've
Perfect.
shuffled up.
Thank you for that.
What's the new one?
The demon.
The demon.
It's a faith eraser.
Oh no.
It's a faith eraser. It's
I think
not
you
a
know
good
what you
thing,
gotta do there, Charlotte.
especially for Charlotte.
What's she gonna do?
Go
No.
on my... Oh.
Where's that
Which-
third mine?
Where you
There's
are.
2 there.
Where
Where
you
I
are.
am.
The ghosts. You. A very
Okay.
busy square.
That one's
But
around
now
the
I'm-
That
south
square
by
of mine you're
yellows.
trying to steal.
Yeah.
I wanted to get immediate revenge on Jack,
And then
but I think it's gonna have to wait.
I've lost track
It's a
of
dish
who's
best
revenge
served
to have
cold
revenge
rather
on
than
me for
hot.
stopping you doing
That was a very heated exchange.
I love how they're on
Divine
like the
intervention.
the 4th revenge circle
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye leaves all the gods blind.
yeah, I got revenged against for protecting my
yeah,
territory.
I have to summon the demon.
You're defending yourself. Revenge.
If I don't
Take
summon
that.
the demon, it's gonna come here and remove 3 of my fate
Yeah,
tokens.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I really have to send it over
Oh,
here.
do you?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I like this. You know, truce?
Yeah.
I don't like this.
And it's not possible to place faith tokens on this.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
victimized.
Okay.
Oh man.
And then
I made that
can
happen.
move my griffin. I can go on a little flight.
Gargoyle is also going to be.
I'm trying to
No,
decide,
Gargoyle,
like,
no.
Dead gargoyle gets
Grr.
replaced with a warlock.
yeah.
It's a lovely traditional
fly
name,
away.
warlock.
Ah, yes. References.
I might fly back to here.
So much just happened on one turn.
Yeah.
The griffin flew off when the werewolf appeared. It's like,
So the process of putting more counters and discarding if there's if it takes them to
reaches
3
3, yeah.
triggers
Yeah.
every time there's a divine intervention.
No, every time a monster is pulled.
Every time a monster.
Okay,
Yeah, so if you
monster
do a
counts
if you do a card an actual miracle, that
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Okay, well I can't do any of that.
Okay.
James, I'm gonna initiate the negotiations now.
Okay, go.
I would like to invoke my favour
What do you need?
to get you to do a divine intervention and pull a monster off the top there, on the turn following mine.
Do the miracles count as divine interventions?
They count as divine interventions, but they won't.
He wants you to pull a monster.
I want
Yeah.
I specifically
He
want-
wants the Minotaur to get discarded after he kills this dragon.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can pull a
Ah,
minotaur.
clever.
Yeah.
Well, so you're gonna kill the dragon.
That's yeah.
How to kill your
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah.
Warlock is probably more.
Yeah. This is not a kids' film.
Cool,
Finally.
go.
Well,
You,
it's,
you good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
He's holding it ready.
I mean, I'm just
Okay,
gonna.
well, I'm going to go on a pilgrimage.
Just
yes.
wait.
and yeah.
Right, so
Oh, I see. To stop the dragon being resummoned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
so
That wasn't a distraction at all.
pilgrimage. I don't care. Die.
Yep. Dragon's dead.
Get out.
Eat a dick. Eat a great big dragony dick.
Oh, my favourite pet.
Uh,
second time.
and then
Again.
no, hang on a bit. Faith tokens is it? I don't know, but I can do replacement if I go. It's the sequencing of the things you have to do is what I'm running through. So
Get him out of there.
I think you're just moving your followers now.
I am, yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out like what's the
What's his aim?
what's
I
the
see.
useful play here. Do you know what? Converge.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Mm.
If ever you're a little bit unsure, the best thing to do is think,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
how can I build a temple
Yeah.
in this particular settlement in a couple of turns?
And those guys are there, so there's not really a lot of point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's me.
Cool.
Yeah, but you still probably do want to keep there, like Just so that your
Protect your
temples
Having
temple.
a cube in. So these guys aren't really sufficient.
No.
No.
Okay, well then.
You've now got a cube and a fate token, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, this guy has only killed a dragon. He hasn't moved.
Yeah, if you wanted to
Oh,
move
he's still
him as
moving.
well.
Well, in that case, he's definitely going there.
Nice.
cool. Divine intervention. I'm going to summon the Oberon.
So that goes out. That
Pass
goes.
through the purple.
I summon a rough.
That goes one. That goes
Of course.
dead.
Now
Yeah,
Jack
but-
can have a Minotaur.
Ruining
That is
Jack's-
arguably not necessarily a
When
dramatic
you
improvement, but
Summon a monster. Does it have? I get rid of skeptic tokens on the monster.
Yeah, all skeptic tokens where the monster appears get removed.
I'm not the massive monster summoner here. That's Marshall. I just
Go.
bring dead things
He
back.
keeps saying I'm the monster. It's him. He's the monster.
Um,
I have one.
I noticed a giant
So,
spider.
to be fair, right now it's Jack with his constant resummon.
I've got
Yeah,
one
Jack.
monster on the table.
Yeah, to be fair, this time you're not. This time it's Jack.
Alright,
Actually,
Speaking
this
of
time it's the
options,
Griffin Queen.
so I'm going to pilgrimage. So this guy can stand up. All this guy is going to do. So that's all this guy. Or that's all that guy can do. This guy is going to come over here
Oi.
and he's going to kill off the ghosts.
Oh my
So the
ghosts.
ghosts are dead.
That is very mean.
Yes.
Better isn't it?
And then.
Well, also, like, ghosts are much less scary also than Minotaur.
Yeah, I think.
This is the worst alliance I've ever been in.
Mine and Bart's line
The
is
steel's getting
great.
worse all the time. I am altering
so
the
that's
deal.
me.
Pray I do not
Hmm.
alter it any further. This is a unicycle. You must ride it, and these are clown shoes.
Oh, the Hydra. Oh, there's some juicy monsters in there. And they tantalise your taste buds.
Yeah.
I'm
We've
assuming,
Marshall,
had,
or should I say Horus?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
so-
the Hydra is a legendary.
Yeah, so
And the
all the
giant
ones
spider.
with the
The problem is
black
it
one.
is,
But the
doesn't
thing is,
go
there
on
are
a
only
relevant
6 in the
square.
game, and we've had like all 4 in the
Yeah.
game.
And it was shuffled.
So, hang on, so legendary is the two.
Yeah.
There's only one for each.
So you
legendary
literally
type.
dropped the most like aggravating possible thing on it.
Yeah, I saw it straight away and I was like, I got to.
Jack.
I couldn't not
Could you
do
pass
that.
through those two just so I can see them?
Only the second time
Can
it
you
was
pass
on
through
you.
2 monsters so I can see them?
This one?
Yeah, and the other one I can't read them.
And this one.
And they're
Did you
legendary things I'd like to
inspire
know.
Yeah.
Of course. So, Marshall, what you
I
doing?
really want to know where they get placed.
I'm in trouble.
That one will affect.
I think we're both in trouble, actually.
Bart, do you want to see them?
Not.
Just so you know which cubes they
yeah,
affect.
yeah. So.
I don't think Giant Spider.
For it and.
I don't think Giant
Is that
Spider
swamp?
affects you.
Yeah, the Marsh thing. Yeah.
I don't think either of them affect you.
No, not really. No. But thank you anyway.
And that's how alliances go.
I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. I'm moving. Going somewhere. Pilgrimaging. Thank you. I'm moving that guy into there. Standing that guy up because
I
you
like
need
how
to
the
do
music
that.
has got very dramatic.
Um,
So
Feels
man has to
appropriate.
This
back
guy
up.
can preach before he leaves, so if you want, you can turn this grey.
oh yeah, because I can't preach on your guys while you're there. I mean, I guess that's the best thing to do with my preaching. Because I can't kill a demon because it's a 2-star, right?
I love how there's one random green guy in the middle of this war.
Um,
have I walked into?
He just walks into the middle of this war. God of time! I think my timing's right.
That's just so annoying. Such an annoying creature. And what we're gonna pilgrimage. I can move other people. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three.
So you need 7 in that to be totally safe.
3.
And 6 will probably persuade me.
I'll leave it at that then. 2 and a 2 and a 2 is safe. Yeah. I think that's all the pilgrimaging. So I can't kill the Kraken and I can't kill the demon. I'm done. Moving on.
All right. Okay, I think before I take my next turn, we should take a quick break.
Sure.
It's 7:30, and we'll be back shortly.
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 We are back. Hello,
You
should
didn't
be
close it.
hello, should be studying. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello.
All
So
right.
we get something a little different.
Does
So,
anyone remember whose turn it was?
it's my turn. I've been scheming.
Yeah.
Very quick.
I had a lot of time to think about what my next move. That's why I called for a break just so I could.
Yeah. Can we stop so that I desperately strap?
Time out! Time out! I'm gonna spread the word, and I'm gonna.
Oh, that's why you did
Can
it
I
after.
can I convert that one?
No, because you've only got one and purple have 4.
Ah, yes, that's how it works. So, okay, so actually,
And you can't do
I can't do hers because of this.
Did you spend all this time planning?
I spent all this time because I wanted to ask a question. So
But you can still place one down.
Yeah,
that's
and you
fine.
can place
Yeah.
right on the edge of the board. if you
yeah,
want
I can
to,
place one on my dudes, but it has to be
where you have a cube.
where I have a cube. Which is a very small area because I'm very short on cubes. So actually, I rescind that. I'm gonna instead do a pilgrimage because I can. Pilgrimage. Let's move some guys around. So first thing, I'm
It's
gonna
all that temple.
move.
This one decided, like, is he converting more to the war front, or?
Can I convert this one?
Yeah. I have an acolyte to protect it.
And I'll convert one of Marshall's.
Wait, what? I don't like this.
And I'm just gonna back it up over
Do
here.
not want.
That's me. I think it's literally everything.
Throwing miracles.
Throw my miracles at you.
God of wisdom?
Yeah, God of wisdom. It's testing the faith. The faith is strong.
Test that faith.
So I have 3 faith tokens. Ray have no skeptic token.
Damn her maths abilities.
Yeah. Sample number 3.
Example.
Scary times.
Skeptics. Only in the farms.
Where it's already pretty damn sceptical.
Can't be converted when she's got a thing there.
Yeah.
Does that count for card effects? Or is it just
No, it's just by spelling the words.
I'm going to spread the word.
Mhm.
I'm going to stick now. It's got to be under the circumstances. It's got to be that.
Bird the word.
The bird is the word.
I think that's my turn.
I'm going to test the faith.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's 1 token, so I convert
Yeah.
1,
It's friggin' foul.
Yep.
and I build.
Someone's built like a temple of rationality in a barn at the bottom of a field.
And that one there.
So not where the monster is.
Oh. Okay, because there's a monster.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to test the faith as well. I'm going to test the faith over here. So I have 2, Meg has 1. So that's it. Your temple is destroyed. That's your temple on top.
Tower temple. And you're not spreading faith?
Oh,
No, you
and
can't.
then,
Spread skepticism.
Yeah, so I have the power of choosing. So I'm going to choose not to place here or here. I can't place here, but I can place here. And I will.
Oh, right. Now, just out and out aggression or like trying to think tactically. I can't pilgrimage though. Can't spread the word anywhere I really want to. Because
Yeah.
demon.
One super aggressive monster and one
Yeah.
very friendly flying around.
I don't know.
Having a good time.
Jack's ruined my test of faith.
You're about to see Ollie.
No, wait, I can test the faith there. Oh, I can test the faith there. That could be interesting.
Wait, I didn't.
No,
I
so
see.
yeah, it was a different thing I was thinking of.
Yeah, we've got an alliance. We're good.
You converted one of my cubes.
Oh, just one. What is 1 cube between friends?
It's the difference between losing your temple or not. Remember?
Well,
That's
look how we're looking now.
What monsters have I got that you can pick up?
They all just sit there, which is not particularly interesting.
You could trap Jack's and Charlotte's acolytes.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
hilarious.
with the giant spider. Yeah. I was thinking of doing that myself. To be fair.
That is hilarious. That is very, very funny.
Was it trap acolytes or followers?
Everything.
Everything.
You know that there's a Palpatine behind you going, do it, do it. Go on, do it.
And then save your people.
With my griffin.
I'm game for you to do it.
But you
Ally.
move your griffin on divine intervention and you fight monsters on pilgrimage, so it's kind of
So I'll be, if he summons it here, my griffin and me will be stuck.
Oh yeah, monsters which prevent movement take priority over monsters which enable it.
Gotta stop doing that. Fortunately, they all look the same.
But this is definitely better.
So what is it you're
That move set you back from.
what is it you're doing,
back
Marshall?
turns.
Oh, you
I
still
am
consulting.
going. I'm
Back to
divine
five.
intervention.
I thought you might.
I'm divine interventioning. I'm going to miracle.
Which
Um,
acolyte is performing this miracle?
I'm going to miracle portals.
Which acolyte?
Now you're thinking with portals.
This one. So I'm going to move these two guys
Uh,
into the Kraken.
Yes.
Your Kraken has
Yes.
turned on you.
That is amazing.
Unbelievable.
Ha! Is there anything else I can do? I
oh my god.
activate the miracle. I may discard other miracles.
So when you do a miracle, do your monsters activate as well when you do a
Yeah.
miracle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to keep those two. I'm going to pick up another one.
Yeah. Monsters that are already down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do stuff on divine intervention.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And that is all I can do.
Well, seeing my friend
Oh, is that all?
seeing my friend take the lead there, my new ally, I'm going to also divine intervention, and I'm going to use my ability to use portals.
That turn order.
So you're going to move out.
You can. It's only one.
Only to one or more hexes of my choice. So yeah, I will put you there.
Oh,
One
you
or
can.
more.
Each opposing acolyte on this hex to one or more hexes of your choice. So it depends on. There's only one, so I'm
any
going to
hex.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But I mean, that makes sense, right?
I mean that is the
What
most
does the
fuckery.
what does the
so-
warlock do?
The warlock just stops.
Means that when you do the convert.
What's the
thing,
troll?
Stuff doesn't change.
Not possible for. Oh, it's
It
cubes.
stops cubes entering.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. All right.
Cool.
That's
Then
that's fun. And then my monster abilities: Manticore removes 1 cube. Werewolf remove 1 cube from this hex and any 2 adjacent hexes of your choice.
My god, this war has gone down.
Oh, no, hang
Probably
on.
the red. Or
Hey, hey!
That's
What
good.
happened to that alliance that you said about?
Casualties of war.
I feel like people
There
are
was so
lying
many-
when they ally with
There
me.
were so many cubes there. The war has
Both,
such a
both,
dark turn.
So many innocents have died.
both people who've offered to ally with me immediately attack me as soon as they've allied with me.
This
I
is
think
like
this
even-
No. We've been allied for 2 turns. Like, come on. Wasn't straight away.
Divine intervention. Okay.
Oh no.
My griffin is
Not
gonna
another one.
fly around. It's gonna fly over to this,
This is very bad.
and then this acolyte that has just flown there is gonna perform avalanche. Destroy the temple on this hex.
Oh
Place the
boy.
anomaly token on this hex.
Oh no. No. No.
It's fine, you couldn't
Chisel.
test the face
Anyway.
That's a
anyway.
crazy
Yeah.
good ability.
And, yeah, that's
Oh,
Destroy the
Lord.
temple on this hex, place the anomaly on
It's
this
a
hex.
miracle.
But then I am
Oh, no,
gonna
Jack's gonna
discard
use-
that so that you can't use it against me. And then
Oh, that. Yeah,
I'd
I
have to
should-
wait 2 turns,
I
so
should
don't
have
worry.
thought of that. I should have thought of that.
Thank you for the portals.
Yeah, that's it's very, very sad indeed.
Remember that bit where you converted my follower and then killed my other one?
Remember when that happened? Hey friend, about that alliance. I'm gonna kill you.
Dark. Right, hang on a bear.
Every acolyte on this hex on its side, would that include your one?
It's
Oh, you've got
No,
up.
it's
You've got
not.
up. So you've got to move out, and then you'll be on your side. I
Okay,
gotcha.
Dark
Yes.
power. So I stand up. Someone moves there. Everyone goes down again.
But he will have to go down when he leaves.
The equivalent of a bank robber coming in.
Ah.
Everyone on the ground.
You know, if I just hang around here,
Yeah,
we've got
yeah.
2 acolytes there,
Right.
you might as well kill the Kraken,
Yeah,
right?
as well, it's true.
C'est moi, n'est-ce pas?
So what?
You me?
Yeah.
Oh lord.
In French, it's me. Is this not true?
Oui.
Merci bien, monsieur. Oh, toutes les fruits.
Great use of French then, yeah.
La manœuvre de derrière.
We apologise to all our
Right.
French viewers.
Divine into the...
Charlotte.
Yeah, especially
Oh, Chkowski has written in and says, "Sup, fellow nerds, what's cracking? Playing Theurgy."
Theurgy.
That's Babel.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
I didn't want to identify him, just in case he didn't want
I'm
to be
going to
identified.
invoke
But you're
Divine
right.
Intervention. First thing that
Ooh.
happens is activate monster ability.
Yeah.
Troll monster ability. I've checked this. Can move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going to her.
Troll.
I'm troll,
Troll.
troll. Then
What's the troll do?
it stops cubes entering this hex.
Oh.
Then
Smart.
I'm going to play a miracle. Specifically, Resurrection.
Ooh.
Look through the monster discard pile.
No!
One of these discarded monsters.
That
I
is
don't think
great.
the dragon can be summoned on anything with Jax.
Well, yeah,
No.
on the one with my temple, but I'd lose one hex.
Mm.
I was, and then we could waste the test.
There might be
of fate
more
Do you
to
fun.
really
summon
want to bring the
temple.
dragon back into the game? Like,
Or put it on the
How
one
many
with the
games
warlock
would
and
you have
remove
played
one of
where the
James's, but I
dragon's
don't think he's
been
going to do
played
that.
3 times?
we played one with the ghosts.
You
of
can-
Good,
yeah, you
like,
can chuck
3
the
times, and I was
ghosts.
like, the ghosts of my ghosts are coming back to avenge my ghosts. That's great.
We've got, hang on, move an activate from this or an adjacent hex to a hex, which is adjacent to the back.
Yeah, the
It's a
Yeah.
shove.
Minotaur's,
Shove
slightly
action.
more complicated one.
Yeah. So, like, say the mantle's here, you could push an acrobat like that.
Right.
Push it all the way.
That seems too complicated to be worth trying, frankly. What kind of square is that?
That's a mine.
It's a mine.
A mine!
Yeah.
Sorry.
They call it a mine. Yeah, so the annoying thing about having done this maneuver is it doesn't.
Ghosts are a classic.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you ghosts in the fishing village near you,
Ghosts
Coming to a fishing village near you.
then James's temple is in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might just kill the ghost.
Oh yeah, you could just leave ghosts. Yeah, ignore that idea. It's a bad idea.
Plus, he has more faith tokens there.
No, he won't if the ghosts are.
No, faith tokens, not.
Oh,
not,
fate.
not-
Yeah, but he can't convert ghosts.
Yeah, the gargoyle might be useful for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the gargoyle would be good.
But if he tested the.
Ooh, gargoyle.
Oh, yes.
Griffin.
What's annoying? Oh man, that the sequencing isn't quite right here. I could have done something way better than this.
This is literally what me in this game. Oh no, I should have done this.
Where? What can the
Yeah,
gargoyle go
like-
on to?
No, some direction.
So the gargoyle will, like, get your
Oh,
attention
yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
And then in future,
It's a good
you'll get
defensive
more
one.
and more
Yeah, you can
as you
just.
get more.
Oh right. Oh yes, because it's an activated ability, so I can go
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
define it. Oh yeah. Well then, gargoyle absolutely.
But yeah,
100%.
yeah, it's every alternate turn.
There
that
you
you
are,
can't
gargoyle.
divine
You
intervention.
bringing that one?
Yes.
Yep, and it gains.
Yes.
You gain 1 blue token in that squad.
In the squad.
In the
Squaw.
squad.
Squaw.
In that squad.
In the
I
squad.
think
Is it your own temples or is it every temple?
And more squat.
Does gargoyle work on your own temples or on every temple?
No, only on your own.
Okay.
there was something
Yeah,
more
you-
like
per
this,
temple
right?
you
Was the
have.
orc on top
Yeah.
before?
Is the word.
It was-
I think
After that griffin,
ghosts or something.
after that griffin
I
acolyte.
think the Minotaur was nearer the top, and the ghosts. Yeah,
Thing.
there you go.
Something like that.
Is the ghost on top?
I'm gonna discard this
Ah.
miracle because
Yeah.
it just doesn't really things have not worked out in a way that would make us a lot of sense. So I'll draw it to 3.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, evacuate
Yes.
2 monsters.
I'm going to pilgrimage. So
Yeah,
Let's get to
that
tokens
works.
there.
Yeah.
Cubism.
I had to do some quick maths there.
So I definitely don't like both my fights being on their side, so I'm going to pilgrimage to stand them both up.
Just stay there.
And they just stay there. And
Called revenge.
yeah,
Actual, honest
Actual
revenge.
revenge.
Yes, sweet.
Not revenge for defending myself.
And then I'm just going to move one more follower into there. One more. And then we're good.
Cool.
Try and show the laws.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's me. Let's look at these monsters again. Oh wait, they're still the same ones.
Oh yeah, no. Because I cheated and miracled one.
Miracle.
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 Sorry. Oh, did you say your divine intervention?
I mean, I think yeah, I'm gonna divine intervention. It's my thing.
That is your thing. Tension.
I'm just thinking of. I've got options.
Miracle monster.
It's miracle. It's miracle. These monsters are not appealing to me. I wish I just had. I wish I had a. Yeah, it's miracle or miracle. There are two miracles that I'm eyeing up. And they're gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Summon roads. So I get to immediately perform 2 pilgrimage actions.
Ooh.
So it's one.
If I did
Convert.
Well, this guy goes on his side.
We'll get a bit crazy.
Oh, he does.
Well, you can
Oh. In that case.
So that's you.
But you could use your
Every time he
second one to
moves,
stand him
he's
up.
got to get up,
So-
get out. So
So
Yeah.
he moves, falls down.
But I don't know. I want him back in that square.
Oh, interesting.
tactics, bro.
Where's that other guy?
No one saw that card.
Yeah.
I'll do the other thing.
Retcon.
Ratcon, Rivers of Gold. I'm going to convert 3 of these guys.
Well, he's wishing he hadn't said anything now.
Yeah, your
Bribery.
appetite's fine. It's
Remember, bribery.
To me. I'll get that.
What did you say to him about that square?
Oh.
Oh,
ooh.
no, he's wishing he hadn't said.
Wait.
About me.
I now need to be careful because Jack has access to that card. Wait, no. It's a. How does he?
So the one on the top, which is Rivers of Gold.
So if
But you
discard
can't divine
something-
intervention every time, can you?
No,
So
I
you
can't
can't
this turn.
pull that.
I can't this turn, so you'll be fine. Not that I was planning on doing that.
Yeah, because that's a terrible card. I'm just wondering. If I
No,
wanna-
because I genuinely can't do it. Damn it!
I'm
I'm
just
not even
wondering-
thinking about it because it'll make me upset.
If I want to dump that.
I'm upset.
That's fine.
Disappointed.
It's fine. I'll pull a new card. I'm done.
Meant.
I'm good.
I
I'm
was in
done.
Whiplash.
Oh, gives references.
Have you seen Whiplash?
Yes, once, and it was very good. Very good.
I'm done. I'm good.
All right.
I understand why it's only
Moving
once
on.
though, because that is a tough film to watch.
It is a tour de
It's a tough
force.
film to watch.
I have a
when
question.
You know what's happening.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, right? But
Well,
see this square
hypothetically.
here, hypothetically, right? If the test of faith happening there right now with 3 skeptics
And 2 reds.
and 2 reds,
You'll
I would convert
convert
1
one
to
red.
grey.
Yeah.
And it would
So
stay
he would
red.
still have the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering how
That's-
much effect the
I
skeptic.
did- I
I'm
did
not
the
picking
maths.
on you.
No, I did the maths when I was moving that. I was like, oh, move one back to.
Yeah, if he only had
Double
2,
check.
then it ended up with 1.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
I did that because I was like, we've been talking about that so much. It's like someone's trying to mess me up just to destroy it.
I'm gonna spread the word, and I'm gonna pop that one. I think.
Yeah, no, you can.
Ah, yeah.
Now that you're out of my way.
I don't like that you keep going for my temple, Jack.
Who says I'm going for you?
Because you've
It's
removed
the-
all of my cubes,
I was going for the capital,
and then you converted.
He's coming for this one. I
Sure.
can see.
but that's me.
Yeah, I'm pilgrimaging. This guy is going to stand back up. This one is just going to convert one of Ollie's cubes.
Played your hand too
Cubism.
early.
This cube's getting out of there, I think. And then 3 of these are coming into there.
Does it?
Yeah, and
Test of faith.
Oh lordy.
It's
Do
Ooh.
That started with words.
yeah.
Words.
1 blue, nothing else.
a non-anomaly.
Convert
So
1 red.
1 blue, nothing else. So that goes and is replaced with one of these. And then I got a temple.
Hey.
Then skepticism.
That and
Oh,
that,
so much
and
skepticism.
that's
So
it.
much
No,
skepticism.
Not there
That's
because of the
Oh, because it's got an
acolyte.
acolyte. Duh. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. My turn. I'm going to test the faith.
He's like, begone,
Oh, it's
skeptics.
a really faith.
Everyone's going for this,
Ah.
getting those temples now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is
Ooh,
And now my
Something
turn.
3.5 temples, very nice.
3.5. You've got.
I'm also. Oh, can't even do what I was planning there. Alright, yeah, that's the thing for me. I'm also going to test the faith. I'm going to test the faith back here, and I can convert this yellow and grey. Yes. And restore my temple.
Dun dun dun.
Nice.
And skepticism.
Yeah. Well, I moved that with 10 before.
And I'm going to, put one there. I'm going to put another one in the capital. I'm not going to put it here and here. I can't put that anymore, so it's me.
Smart. Now, I have to think. Still these annoying monsters that I don't really have any interest in collecting.
Since there's 2 greys there and 1 of each person's colour, the grey, 2
Greys
would
convert.
become grey. Then after that, would everyone else get a colour?
No, because they wouldn't have a difference in their favour against grey.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if chest the base in the middle, everything goes great.
But if yellow, that's grey would get.
Then grey would get 1 red and yellow would get 1 red. So simultaneously.
Yeah, I will. Oh. I just. Oh.
Oh, you're like, this is too good. He'll use it.
That's the problem, is using things near Jack is
You can
dangerous.
always discard less useful things on top.
That's true.
But these are all quite good.
Yeah.
Is the problem. But Jack has to immediately play anything he picks up, right?
If I'm going for the discard, I'd have
Yeah.
to. Do I have to use it? Yes. Yeah. To perform the topmost movement from the
where-
discard part. Yeah.
Where are the Jacks? There and where's
Mostly
the
over
other Jack?
here.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can deal that. I'm gonna word of power.
Ooh,
I'm gonna kill that demon.
What word are you choosing?
Because that's the
very nice. So the demon
demon
is dead.
dead.
Demon dead.
Demon.
Vaults would be my vote.
Now, I mean, the thing is, Jack can pull a demon if he wants. Is there
Unlikely to
anything?
hurt you though.
Yeah. So I will sacrifice smite as well. I'll just put that there because smite's funny. Okay, come. Was going to be funny, but the Kraken did the work for me. I was like, I can smite you two, or I can push you into the Kraken, and the Kraken will smite you for me. Cool. I'm done.
All right. I'm going to test the faith. So I'm going to pop. Star. And then 3 of each, so
So
nothing changes.
Yep.
But I have the mist, so
Yep.
You're happy to green.
I didn't realise there were so many things there. So many counters.
There's also, is that the Griffin hiding?
Oh, and anomalies.
Yeah, that's the werewolf.
Oh, it's the
Anomalies
werewolf.
go in here,
There's the wind up and
and
the pitch.
here, and here,
Yep.
and here,
Yeah.
and here.
No.
Monster.
Monster, good point. Not there because of the acolyte. We're good.
Cool.
Gosh. Okay.
Crack a
Gotta
Moves.
divine intervention and stuff.
Stuff's about to go down.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide how exactly I would like it to go down. I think
Miracle or monster? Oh, you're looking at
Yeah.
miracles.
I think miracle. So with this acolyte, I'm gonna form disorderly dreams. So swap each faith token on this hex with a faith token from
Oh,
last round.
Charlotte, you're killing me.
So I'm gonna swap
Literally.
this one with my one with it.
Oh.
Interesting.
I'm gonna swap this one. Make you guys fight each other.
Wait, what?
And then my griffin's gonna activate
Even beneficial to you.
and carry me over here.
It's kamikaze.
As has been mentioned several times already, and I suspect will be many times in games of Theurgy.
Yeah.
Oh, she's still got advantage.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna get rid of these actually. It's like 3 more. Thank you. We're getting through your stack.
She takes the capital card now.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Right. Time for some more divine intervention. Not going to move the troll. Happy with the troll where we am. However, the gargoyle activates. Add 1 cube of your colour to this hex per temple you have on this, and each adjacent hex, which is 2.
Ooh, fancy.
Yay.
Then,
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to say on my turn, Bart. Alive? I mean, genuinely now. Like, I
Yeah,
feel
me
like
too,
we're
Bart,
quite
genuinely.
far behind.
are we? I'm feeling alright.
I feel like this
I feel like
word
we've
is
got-
thrown about without any intent behind it.
No, because I don't. You don't have any interest to me, and I don't have interest to you. So
So, are you offering me anything or asking anything?
basically, I'm saying I'm offering my allegiance if should you require it for any. If you want me to do any
You're offering me a
moves,
blank
just-
check.
Essentially,
I'm
yeah.
concerned about James, guys. he's on 3.5.
Yeah.
yeah. So
No
we've
one
got to take
noticed.
James down.
Okay.
you need 6 to win.
well-
No, you don't. You need
Shut
4 and 3 in the capital, and then he's 1. So if he can get the
Yeah.
capital, he's 1.
Okay.
But
Well,
But
not getting
this
he's not
is
getting it right now, but just like keep an eye on him.
Mm.
But if I win, we
Everyone
win.
else
It's
has-
an alliance.
no. I've already burned that thing. But
Glenn,
okay, I've got another plan.
when you realised he was doing
I
quite
don't know.
well.
I'll be interested to see. Hang on a minute. Green, I feel like this isn't going to harm or particularly help you, Jack, in any particular way.
That's
but
good.
It's not going to either. Mostly,
What
I'm
was
not
he
going to
gonna
lie. I'm mostly doing this because I think it's funny.
Uh-huh. Always
I
good
am
reason.
going to invoke a miracle. Reckoning. Each opposing player must move one of their acolytes to their other acolyte's location.
I mean, that's
Hmm.
not awfully helpful, to be honest.
One of their acolytes to what? Sorry.
So
To their other acolytes. So
Okay,
pick an acolyte and
we
the
go-
other
we
one
go-
goes and joins
yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
they move.
mine are already
Yeah.
together.
My one is getting out of this kraken, but
Yeah.
it does fall over immediately.
Oh, so it does that even if
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, it gets hit.
Oh, I'm just
So
thinking.
either way, one of yours
but
is
it
going
would,
down.
it would save you
Yeah.
a move out of there.
Well, the thing is, if I move out of there, they can
Oh,
start
you can
converting my
crack-
cubes.
He's got a fate token there now as well. You know?
Yeah.
There we go.
And also
This fishing village is nice.
he's also probably going to kill the Kraken.
Well, no, because the kraken is his. So if I
Oh,
move
God,
out,
it's
I
your
could, I know. it's
if
my
I
own
move,
Kraken.
if I move out, if I move out,
I
my
think it was yours.
he'll convert my cubes instead of kill the kraken.
I could kill my own Kraken, but
Kraken, I made you.
yeah.
Why, Kraken? Why?
They're like strangling it, like tears running down his face. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He actually made you use your own Kraken against you.
I
This
know,
is even
probably.
better.
The master.
No.
The master. This is Frankenstein.
Well,
yeah,
that was
all
Take
over.
indeed
your card.
that was indeed pretty funny. I haven't taken that goes to the discard pile.
Are you taking get rid of your other 2?
I'm definitely not getting rid of that one. Am I going to get rid of that
See,
one?
whereas this way,
Uh,
you either have to kill the kraken, or try and move out and fall over immediately.
Yeah.
no, I'm going to keep that one because that seems potentially valuable in the future. So I'm going to keep
Yeah,
it.
but you know if you kill the kraken, Jack's gonna bring it back.
Cool. So I can't really keep
I mean-
my plan. I can't really keep my plan subtle. So I'm going to use a divine intervention, and I've realised the folly of acolytes leading your troops into battle. So I'm going to use lighting the way. Move any number of cubes from this hex.
From this hex.
You've ruined my plan!
Yes!
You actually ruined my plan!
You would be amazed. You would be genuinely amazed how often, for the lulls, there's
Shall I
genuine
move him
tactical
there rather than
benefits.
moving the other one to me? Oh, I can't believe that actually ruined my plan.
Neither can I, but I'm very happy about it all the same.
I'm going to use dark rituals instead. Choose one opposing player to reveal their miracles to you, and then perform it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Perform-
I think
One
he
of
is
them.
wrong to you.
One
I've gone from a shot in the dark to let's try something. So he said he had one good one. I wanted to keep.
I'll say I don't
That's
have the
yours.
thing that I thought was worth keeping. Yeah,
So you're
no.
performing dark rituals, right? So all these skeptics go
Yeah.
Nice.
straight
I
away.
think that's probably correct.
Handy. Yeah.
Who did you choose? Ollie.
My
Makes sense.
oxen free.
I liked my miracle cards.
It's fine. You still get to keep 2 of them.
Yes.
Silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eerie silence.
I feel we should have worn
On to the next
matching
playlist.
shirt colours to our colours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there was the information was slight coming into this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a yellow jumper.
I'm going to take this one.
But
Chain reaction. So I'm going to use this card to perform two miracles, and then I'm just going to use both miracles from my hand.
Uh-huh.
Make it
I
rain!
couldn't have used your.
Which is also a miracle.
Yeah. So move any number of cubes from this haste and Jackson haste. So I'm going to do that anyways. So I'm going to move them to there
Uh-huh.
and replace 2 opposing faith tokens on this hex with your own ones. So should destroy.
Yeah.
These
James,
two.
for reference,
Oh.
how do you want to discard these, remembering that Jack exists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can also move this guy.
That
no.
I exist, by the way.
Oh man,
So the warlock is still
Man.
leading him into battle.
that's not good.
Well, what does the warlock do?
The warlock
Nothing.
stops cubes being converted when the faith is tested. So right now, this
this
is
one.
exactly what the
You want that
capital
one
looked
on
like
top,
after
so
this
that's the
faith.
one Jack sees.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
he would win on his next turn if we don't stop him.
Right. Well, okay, team, I've got this.
Do you though?
Sorry, team, I can help with this.
That was
Do you
quite,
get to
quite
draw
bad.
up?
Mission-
Oh, yeah, then I get to draw.
Mission: go to the capital.
I know, it completely screwed me up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
After bragging about your alliance this whole
you could
game.
I'm sorry.
Kill that kraken.
This is
Pilgrimage
how
and kill that
alliances
kraken.
work.
Pilgrimage and kill that kraken.
I'm sorry. They
Kill
kind of
that
had to
kraken.
happen.
It's fun, it's a game. The
Uh,
purpose of the game is to win.
so what are you doing?
We were winning.
Well,
We were
The
never.
thing is,
I want to be clear.
I
We
can
were
stop
never a
James.
thing.
but I don't really want to.
Oh, I need cards.
Because I think someone else will do it, and, and I don't have to spend my time. No, I think.
Oh.
It's
just
a team effort here, I
That's how
think.
James wins,
Oh.
because everyone else
Yeah.
says, oh.
Oh, you've drawn the capital.
I'm
event.
sorry.
That's alright.
I got the capital event.
That happens immediately.
Test the faith in the capital.
Jen.
What?
James
Oh.
wins.
Oh. So, if we want to be really technical,
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
we do.
this is at the after your turn has finished. So,
I'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
1,
So-
2, 3, 4.
What is the
Yeah.
time?
so the winning condition.
Quarter
It's
past
8. I'm happy with that.
Oh, yeah,
For it to not be for I forgot it on my turn.
So the winning conditions are that you have to meet your winning condition at the end of your turn.
Right.
So that was after your turn.
James's turn
Oh,
ends, and
So
he
we've all got a
picks up the
turn.
card.
Yeah,
so we've got
yeah,
a turn.
Oh.
This
Which
is
is,
my favourite.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
We have
That's
to
fine.
destroy.
We've got a turn to stop him.
We have
No,
to
no.
destroy
I mean,
2
oh no!
temples,
I've got
guys.
to use this
Yeah.
card, which I wasn't going to use yet.
Use the
Um,
card.
I may have planned this. That
Kill the kraken.
3.5 was the number of temples I
Oh.
wanted.
oh
Kill
yeah,
the
so
kraken.
2 temples have
Yeah.
to go. Or
So we
the
all
temple
have a
in the
turn
capital.
to stop James.
Yeah.
But there's also the
It's not
fact
really
that I am
possible to do
currently
anything.
not on Test the Faith.
So let's
Yeah.
put the
True.
combat music back on because
True,
this
true.
is real now. This shit's
oh,
real.
man. Okay.
Look at that grin.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so much better than I expected.
I think you
That
just
was a
top
bit of
deck.
luck.
I don't want to show you actually. I don't want to show you my card.
That capital event could have been turn everything to grey.
Could have been so.
Given the nature of this game, it does seem to me that you've just done the equivalent what in Magic is called top deck lethal, i.e., oh look, I win the game.
Yeah.
Because it's not
I was
really
still-
possible to do anything
Yeah.
in one turn
I
unless
was
someone sat
still
on
going
an
to win.
incredible
next turn.
miracle.
I was still going to win. next
We
turn.
can make many alliances. It
So
That's currently 5 against
Ollie,
1.
Ollie, it's up to you to stop James first.
Or kill the
I
kraken.
like this.
Whoever stops
where
James
is he weakest?
gets.
Let's think about this.
Well,
I've aligned everyone against me.
Oh, we can.
Yep.
Yeah, we could take down another.
So I can't
It needs
miracle.
to be 2 temples.
yeah, it's going to need to be 2
Oh
temples.
shoot!
Is it going to need to be 2 temples?
2 temples
So he's
or
got-
or the
he's
centre.
got-
Or the
Oh, or the centre. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even better, the centre.
But the
and
warlock
the
is an issue. We need to kill the warlock.
Yes, the warlock.
But do
To be
we
fair,
need
you
to kill the
can't
warlock?
do the middle though because the Test of Faith token's there.
Mm.
We need to
So
test
someone
face
has
We
twice.
have to destroy someone
Yeah.
somewhere else.
So
And then destroy.
the only person that could stop me in the middle, I don't know why I'm helping. The
I
only
can
Yeah,
take the
you
warlock.
can move.
'cause I
Well, you can also move all of your cubes into the capital.
I can also do
So
that.
it's definitely.
But it's not
doable.
enough
Then he
because
would-
he won't test the faith on his turn, right?
Jack can do it though.
I know because you'll
Jack
be
can
your
move
last
the
turn,
equivalent of me there,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
so he can just destroy
Just
the
4
temple.
is fine.
and then I'd be down to 4.
Wait, how do I destroy the temple?
Because if you move 4 things there, we'd be even on 4, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just destroyed.
Charlotte would
because
So there's
I-
only.
Then
Oh,
if
because
I
is the
test
faith
faith,
still being
then-
tested
yeah.
then?
No, so one of these two would have to test the faith,
Oh, I see. I see. I
Or,
see,
or
I see.
me, yeah.
but not you. You can't. So
I mean,
Marshall
no
would
one
have to
but
test the
you.
faith
No
somewhere.
one but you.
Guys,
can
guys,
test
we're gonna
the
be fine.
faith.
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
James's victory will have to wait.
Totally going to be fine.
His victory will have to wait.
Um,
I think.
If Marshall
Oh, no,
tests
you-
the faith, then Jack
Yeah.
can test the faith in the capital.
But
Oh, we'd have to get his men there.
No, I'd have to pilgrimage, so somebody else would have to test the faith.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
that
I'd
would
have to
be the
be
thing.
one of us.
But anyway,
Okay.
critical
It
times.
will be
Critical
critical
times, viewers.
times.
Stay tuned for more.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere, but stay tuned
Yeah,
right now.
stay tuned, like now.
Just watch intently.
Yeah.
Stay
Don't
tuned
don't
for
randomly
Okay,
switch.
so-
Stay tuned for my victory.
I'm going
in
to
5-10 minutes.
do my bit as best I can and do divine intervention and play hypnosis, so I can place each opposing action pawn on an action space of my choice,
Oh.
and I can choose a different space for each player. So what I can do, James, is put you on test of faith to make sure that come your turn, you're not going to be able to immediately build a temple.
Touche.
Which is what I was
Ooh.
just about to do
That's
before
cool.
that came up.
Can I ask?
Um,
Sorry, I got that card.
Yeah, you draw another one. Yeah.
I am
That one can just go. Yeah.
quite keen for
Because I haven't actually looked at it.
you not to spread the word, I think, Marshall.
Okay.
So,
It's just like
Given
separately,
that-
so
Oh,
you can
oh,
still
sorry.
do that, Yeah.
given that Jack is going to pilgrimage, I just want to make sure I don't give him that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Actually,
and don't put
Yeah, help me out, guys. Help me out. I can help
yeah,
everyone.
you actually got two choices. If you were to spread the word and replace this yellow with a green,
Mhm.
then if the faith were
Was
tested
tested.
here again,
Yeah.
one
Well,
red
no,
would
because
turn
the warlock
green.
is stopping everything.
Oh yeah, the warlock's stopping
The
everything.
warlock is a problem.
The warlock's
Yeah.
a pain. Alright, in that case...
That's why you don't send your acolytes into
Um,
battle. You send your warlocks
yeah.
to lead.
It doesn't really matter with you then.
I
Jack,
said-
Jack,
I've-
I'll leave you on. I'll put you on divine intervention.
Do you have to do that? Because I can stop James on divine intervention. Like
Should I
genuinely
trust-
will
should
stop
I
him winning.
trust?
One.
I'm
If,
current-
wait.
I mean, you
if-
trust him or lose.
I'm
Is-
currently
Could
on-
Well, he can stop.
Am,
him by
am I allowed
pilgrimaging.
to show you the
no,
card I was
no,
going to play?
definitely not.
You don't.
I'll leave you on test
That's
of faith
two
then.
teams.
And Charlotte, I will leave you on divine intervention. And but I'll leave you on divine intervention as well. Hypnosis has done its job. And then I'm going to now keep hold of both knees and one more.
Joshua,
Okay.
what are you doing? What does Oris command?
Orin.
Orin, sorry, upside down.
Not Oris. Oris.
Oris.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
It's out of our hands.
I can move the test of faith thing out. That's a good
yeah,
thing.
That would be a good thing.
And you can possibly get the temple if you've got somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking of like, how do I benefit myself?
Yeah.
Can you get
So
a
like,
temple there?
I can move
No.
the
No.
test of faith thing on my turn.
Because
so,
of this problem here.
Ah, yeah.
Because of
yeah. I can test the faith on my turn, and then it will move away, and then.
okay. Then I'm gonna just be.
Don't forget he changed my test of faith, so I can't test the faith anyways.
Yeah, but we still need you to.
Yeah, we still need to test the faith
To
to get the temple out.
The temple in the capital needs to go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we.
Yeah.
So like, Jack moves in. I test the faith somewhere else, and then Bart tests the faith in the capital
maybe.
and destroys the red temple.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. So,
Because you
because the
can
warlock
never
is.
can test the faith where this token is.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll have to move away first and then come back.
Right.
So really, there's nothing I can be particularly doing to stop this temple situation.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh,
You can test the faith somewhere just to destroy someone else's temple to mess with them.
Yeah.
well,
That is true.
I'll
Yeah.
I mean, don't, but you could.
For example, we could destroy Ollie's temple over here.
what I'll do is I'll perform.
Oh yeah, because he
Yeah.
has no
Oh,
faith
yeah.
tokens
My
anymore.
tokens
Oh,
were
yeah.
removed.
I'll
Yeah.
perform
You have a faith token. right?
regeneration.
Uh-huh.
Alright,
So what I will do is I will summon Rhodes, do the double pilgrimage, and then put it back in my hand.
Yeah.
So, pilgrimage 1.
Uh-huh.
Do they if there's two
both
people,
needed to kill the Kraken, but it can still be on your first.
No, it can't
I
because
know,
you just
yeah.
stood up.
This guy's done for your first pilgrimage.
So you are going to waste his first
Yeah,
pilgrimage.
you can move the cubes and then use
Yeah.
the second one to kill the Kraken if you want.
okay.
So all your cubes can move 2 times pretty much.
Yeah.
But where to go?
And your acolyte will be able to move after they kill the Kraken on the second pilgrimage.
I'm just wondering whether it's any good moving in there or there's my blue thing there. Yeah. I don't know, I think I'll keep them. Maybe I'll move some followers.
You could kill the Kraken and move the followers in so that you could test the faith in it.
Then I'll kill the Kraken.
Goodbye, Kraken.
By a cruel Kraken.
You were more of a curse than a blessing.
He did not serve you well.
No.
And then
Full of regret. The game went downhill,
Yeah.
so I summoned that.
and then that guy can
Never seen such
move.
a traitorous pet.
So I will move
Who
that
sent you?
guy.
Was it him or her?
I think Marshall.
I got sent there by.
Yeah, you got sent over at the same time, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
winning.
fun.
So I'll move him.
But then with a portal, I escaped and fell back over.
Yeah, no, I'll stay. I'll protect my homestead for the moment. Draw another card.
Now
Whoa.
Jack's supposed plan.
Yeah.
Divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm going to play
Move
regeneration.
yourself.
Yes, you can keep it in your.
Move
Perform a
yourself to
miracle
divine
from your
intervention.
hand, then instead of discarding it, place it back into your hand. So the one I'm going to
Yeah.
play from my hand is Firestorm. I'm going to destroy the temple on an adjacent hex. Which will be that one.
We'll do it.
Um,
Are you guys up for suggestions about game design tweaking type of things?
Yeah, of course.
That card might need a rule adding to it that removes it from the game after it gets used or
Well,
something.
it goes into discard pile, so.
Yeah, but then there's other stuff that can potentially interact with it.
Yeah.
So I play that.
Only one.
Might do. I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's
yeah.
like
And
absolutely.
I will
In-
use
in
my
a
monsters.
two-player game, that person could keep using it.
So the Manticore will
Any-
take one of
Oh,
your.
yeah,
Any
yeah.
errors.
The Manticore takes one of James's from the capital, and the werewolf takes one from the capital.
Yeah,
Okay.
seems good.
And one of yours from there. Does it have to take one of mine? So it takes one of mine.
Oh, does it mean it has to take?
And
No,
move
no,
yourself
only-
to divine intervention.
Only two, up
Yeah,
to two
yeah. Oh,
adjacent.
Move yourself to divine intervention.
Ooh.
Do that again.
Yeah, won't do that again. Yep, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Turn!
Okay, so you don't have to worry right now.
So the ruin in the capital doesn't count as a winning condition, does it?
It's still worth half a temple though.
So he's still on 4.
So he's still on 4.
But he doesn't have
Okay,
any room in the
so-
temple.
In that case, I'm gonna poke. I'm gonna stand back up. My other acolyte will convert one of these.
It's all very sad.
That's it. Oh, actually, maybe the one who didn't stand up.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. What am I trying to do?
Weird card.
Yeah, I'll just move.
Oh.
Suddenly.
I do sound
Suddenly.
It's fine.
Cool.
Right. Pilgrimage. This is now. This. I'm going to be intrigued to see what this all like shakes out at after we're done. But
Oh, you can destroy the wall?
so, kill the warlock.
Yes!
The warlock is dead.
The one is
Just want to be
gone.
really, really clear. The warlock is dead. Oh, hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, wrong button.
Then go there.
Yep.
And then I'm going to move those into there. And these into. Yeah, there.
Mm.
So the danger here is that if the faith gets tested, 3 will turn red and 1 will turn grey because of the tokens that are currently there.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and in the capital.
I mean, James can't test the faith anyway.
Yeah.
It's all good.
End of your zone?
Yep. That's me. I've just realised something. When it says surrounding it under spread the word, surrounding it in that square, in squares.
In all of squares.
Yeah.
And there's surrounding.
Or the adjacent
In the up
squares.
to 6 hexes surrounding it.
Okay.
The hexes. Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
up to 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up to 3.
Cool. I'm going to pilgrimage. So I'm going to turn these 2 red. He's going to move to the capital.
Mm-hmm.
Going to turn those 2 red.
It is, isn't
Oh,
it?
good call putting those there.
Oh.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1 there. 1, 2, 3.
So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if we test the faith anywhere else, next time we could test the faith there, and
Yeah.
unless something changes there. Suspense.
I'll leave him there. I want it. I really want it.
Okay.
Send him there.
Alright, I'm just going to spread the word and put this to here, so it just makes everything much safer for me. So I don't have to do that.
Smart.
Yeah.
I am also gonna spread the word, I think, for safety reasons. Or can I be active rather than passive?
I don't know why it's quite active. It's like,
Yeah. It's more I'm because I've had 2 of my spread the word faith tokens erased by a demon and the 3rd one moved to a random spot on the map.
Yep, that definitely makes it trickier.
I'm going to convert this one.
Makes sense. This is very sad.
Who's laughing with it?
I just take her.
There's nothing else I can do. There's just the one. It's just one token, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like to spread the word as well, but I just wanted to check. Can I change that one to one of mine? Because there's no yellows around.
Yeah.
I think that's going to help everyone in the capital, in case that goes down.
Maybe.
So James has met his objective. He can still win on his turn by building his 5th temple.
No, I haven't. Surprisingly,
If
I
you
would.
say so.
In our last game, I would have done it,
Mm-hmm.
which is really annoying.
I'm
And I
just gonna spread
I
the
had
word
specific
as well.
plans not to do this,
Mm-hmm.
and it's annoying to the card when you do it.
Spreading the word there.
Whatever, 4, 5. I too.
Somebody testify.
No 3, no 4, no 5. No, I'm also going to spread the word.
Yes.
And
Spread the good word.
I'm going to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Basically, what a mine!
Mine.
Mine!
Mine.
Sorry. Anyway,
Consummate professional.
If I
everyone.
what does
If I
James do
test the
now?
faith here,
Yep.
nothing changes, does it? And I just get a 10.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Oh lordy.
Temple number 5. Looking good.
Oh,
Isn't there like temple destroying abilities, right? Anyone?
Yes, Jack used it.
5 temples meeting
He
your
used it
objective.
on the capital.
Yeah, but you've not made your objective yet.
Yeah, it's a ruin rather than a completely wiped out.
Alright.
So 6 of his and 4 of yours in there
so the
currently.
only legendary monster that we haven't seen yet is in the farmland, and it destroys the temple. It's a giant. But that is the only other, and there's like a lot of.
Yeah, there's so many monsters. Because we got to like monsters that aren't particularly like what we want to use at this table. So there's sort of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a miracle as well that lets you discard the monsters and then redraw them. So that might happen.
Do we think it should?
Do you have it?
Who's to say?
Could be helpful. Sort of a gamble.
I'm gonna play it safe first,
difficult.
and then if we're in a
Alright, I
position
think
where
I'm
we
going to
can-
have to pilgrimage. This acolyte's going to come into here and tennis.
I forgot about him. He's been there for so long.
And this acolyte is just going to walk into here.
Oh, there's no cracking.
There's no Kraken anymore. The Kraken's gone. These two,
I had to
this,
kill it
this temple
myself.
over here is a bit of a lost cause. They're going to come over here.
Lost cause temple.
To be honest,
Built
so
on the
is
rubble of mine.
this one.
Hello.
So we're going to just regroup a bit. Okay, that is me.
I don't like how it keeps moving into my territory. But as that's Hepburn, it's a Hepburn in place.
Yeah, considering the start you had, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
To be fair, because that start, it went from, oh look, he's got so many pieces too. He's not a threat.
Yeah.
It's because last
Yeah,
time,
somehow.
because of my ability, I tried to pilgrimage every other turn to try and amass things. This term, I tried to test the faith every other turn.
Yeah. Nice, that's a good idea.
Because these ones were quite quiet, I was like,
Wait, like I
all I
don't.
need to do is get a small amount here. I need just one move to put me all in the capital.
Oh, no, wait.
Turn.
Yeah, good.
I'm back.
I'll test the faith.
Yeah, I can't test the faith this turn.
Yeah, I'll pull over here
Yeah.
and I'll temple up.
Number 3.
Oh.
And then I add one of these just to.
There's capital.
Here.
There's only one in
And that's it.
Question. So if I was to test the faith there with 2 and 1, what happens? I get 2 converted to
Convert
me.
one.
You get
I get one,
red,
and he get
and then you get.
And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still win, so I get a
Okay.
temple.
Yeah, we'd have until the
If
end
you'd like
of,
to do it, that'd
You
be
get
great.
1 red cube and 2 blue cubes.
Yeah,
Right.
But we'd
And then
still be left with all
red
these
would
red.
get
Yeah,
one
yeah.
Zillion.
Okay, I won't do
And
that
I
because
get
that would be not a good move.
Yeah.
But what I can
Yeah, if you
do.
want.
He knows he can. He's just saying he's
Yeah.
not going to.
Don't forget you got this little werewolf hiding.
But then
as
if
well.
James tests the faith on his turn, he'll win as
I
well.
can't.
He can't, he's on test.
I'm on test of faith.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, happy
Okay.
days.
That's
You've got 2 turns so I can test the faith.
I'll test the faith over here then.
Oh, very nice.
Sweet. And skeptics.
Oh,
Yeah.
skeptics, one there, and one there. So many skeptics.
Yeah. It's a big faith testing turn. I'm going to test the faith as well.
Oh,
I'm going to
gone
test the
wild.
faith over here.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Faith gone wild.
Okay, how many temples have we got right now?
Three,
One, two,
three.
three.
3.5
One,
with the
two,
room.
3.5. 1, 2. 1, 2.
I say 2.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah, you can test faith.
3.
Yeah, nice.
So doing.
Yeah, super
So I'm
nice.
testing here. So I lose 1 to.
No, you don't. Oh, yeah, 1
yeah,
to red.
2
yeah,
to 1.
got 2, yeah.
So that turns into a red one. James.
There we go.
But
That's
I
very
still
nice.
win, so
Destroyed.
could smash.
Yes, good
Yeah.
call.
But he's
Chunk,
still
chunk.
on 4 overall.
just
so-
have
4.5.
Four and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the capital.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Mhm.
I'm going to divine intervention.
Ooh.
Cool. I'm going to move
Potting up in the
my
centre.
acolyte and any number of cube colours from this hex to a mine of your choice.
No.
A mine!
So fuck the capital.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just like okay, we'll just go with the numbers.
Run away!
We'll go numbers.
Because all those ruins count for something.
They do.
Interesting. Interesting.
You can't.
So
It
the
is not
troll
possible for cubes to enter
With the
this
trolls.
hex.
Oh, is it it?
Troll.
You can move into that
Come
one,
here,
but the
though.
troll stops
Cubes
cubes
cannot
entering.
enter this.
Yeah.
The acolyte can.
Yeah.
That is why it's there,
There's
and that is
another
why he
mine over
is
there.
not leaving.
Yeah, you can enter this
You're
brawl.
like, don't go to mine. My mine.
That is very much why the troll is there.
Mine, mine.
Ah, she's got there's all that faith around it though.
2 faith. Which is matched by 2 greys.
Can I retract that? Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
It has just been
The
sat
troll
there
is-
inertly for some time.
Hidden in under a bridge.
Right,
intervention, not divine faith, divine intervention then, because I didn't know it was a troll.
Easy mistake to make.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They do like to language and progress.
That's what they're known for. It is known.
Spread the butter or spread the pilgrimage?
I'll spread the word.
You could have one of these lovely monsters.
Oh, yeah, what do they do?
Giant spider will lock down a forest.
No, all other monsters from this box.
And the zombies will give you two great cubes.
Lovely convertible grey cubes.
And mine.
Nom nom.
Mine.
Oh, mine!
Oh, mine!
Not on the capital. No, if I spread the word, can I turn one of those greens? Or is it?
Yeah,
you
expect
have
so.
more-
You've got
That's
more.
just you then.
Yeah.
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 Spread the word.
Okay.
That is a valid and annoying move.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's all very troubling. 2, 3, 4.5.
You can't convert an old player's cubes to your colour when they're on your square kingdom.
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry,
So,
when they're. So I can convert these two
No.
blues.
no, not using covenant.
That's why I put the guy there.
So
Right,
nice.
I'm going to play
I'm going to go on
defensive.
Divine Intervention. I'm going to perform a miracle with this acolyte. And the miracle I'm going to perform is
making me nervous.
Unseen Hands. Place each opposing action pawn on Test the Faith. So stopping you all from
Already on
testing
Test the
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stopping
What?
James
Yeah.
from
Just one
testing.
person.
and then I can move the anomaly token
Just let it go!
To the capital.
To the capital.
So it doesn't test
Doesn't
the faith,
test
but
the
it
faith,
moves.
it just.
That's cool, that's cool, man.
Blocks
And
down.
then I'll
That's
put
good.
these two.
Someone else is going to win while this is happening.
Hey. Hmm.
Okay. Alright. Marshall.
Yeah.
You guys go on Divine Intervention.
Well,
Would you like to play Divine Intervention?
these monsters really don't make anything happy for me.
Everyone's been so focused on me. What's other people's church count?
Three.
It's not
I
free.
think we're mostly on three.
Three.
3.5.
Yeah, some kind of indicator of number of temples.
So if Bart takes the capital,
Yeah,
he
they
wins.
are
You can
on
count them.
they are on the thing.
So if
There's a
Bart-
lot of pieces in this
so
game.
If Bart takes the capital, he wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
If, well, most of us, if we take the capital, we win. Currently.
Yeah,
Apart from Ollie.
most of us.
No, I mean Bart's actually just.
Yeah, he's got people in there. Yeah, yeah.
The
I'm
capital can just be a
I'm
big
gonna
distraction.
just keep spreading the word.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a while before
That's-
I'm in any kind of position to even contemplate.
Well, Ollie's hanging around my places. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
secure them.
I'm very, very
Keep them
happy
safe.
about that.
Alright.
Mhm.
You can go and investigate other areas.
Yes.
My turn.
My gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pilgrimage. So put them in there.
Oh, everyone's really going for it.
I'm gonna put him there.
Go to the
I'm gonna put
capital.
these two in here and convert two of James's.
You can't.
Can't
do
do
that.
that.
Oh, acolytes. Two of no.
No.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Reverse. These two are here. Ones I convert can't move. Yeah.
The ones you've just converted.
Is it
Can't
Yeah,
move.
ones you
Once you
no,
can,
can't
you
move.
can't. Yeah. So okay. Okay. So if I go here, I can convert grey ones,
Yeah.
can't I?
Yeah.
So I'll take that one. Sorry, buddy.
Mhm.
Bring one there, and this guy. I'll move him into the capital. Just leave him there.
Okey-dokey.
Proper party going on.
Mhm.
Divine Intervention.
Divine
okay.
intervention.
The Griffin is flying my acolyte over here.
He knows in the capital, I swear to God.
That all Griffin, yeah. Come into this forest and look upon my work suckers. Add one faith token. Add one faith token to this hexagon temple I have in adjacent hexes.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And two.
Queen of Faith.
And then I'm gonna cut and draw two of these.
take this. Hello. Hi. You've forgotten what day it is, haven't you?
He skips his turn.
Should there's only one
Was
left.
that water?
So shovel
No.
the rest of these.
Not yet because of Jack's ability.
Well, he can only pull the top one, right?
Yeah, but then he could
Yeah.
also pull the one underneath
Oh,
the
okay.
top one. You could, I mean, it's unlikely.
Yeah, cool.
But
Yeah.
Moi. Okay. Divine intervention.
You.
Gargoyle again.
Yes.
Nice,
Three.
nice.
3 cubes into.
Oh.
Go.
Yeah.
He's definitely not leaving.
Uh-huh.
Go.
Violent.
So we do that. Troll's going to stay there.
Troll.
And then I am going to speak with beasts.
Alright.
Discard and replace up to 3 of the pending monsters. You may then summon a monster. Does anyone have any attachment to any of those monsters that are there at the moment?
I mean, if we
These
did,
ones?
We
I'd
have-
give you a reason
Yeah.
to discard
Yeah,
them.
we've not
So-
summoned the monster in a while because
Well-
they're not the best.
All of them?
So,
And
yeah,
surprisingly, with 2
nuke
legendary
them all.
ones.
Yeah.
Nuke them all.
Other than the
You made
hilarious.
them. Kinda
leave,
like the-
leave the zombie on the top of the
Yeah.
pile.
The legendary
Okay.
ones are really powerful, but it's like your
Situational.
whole turn is just like
Yeah.
stopping someone, and it's like
So we've got a
Jack did
harpy.
that twice,
yeah,
A harpy which removes cubes in the hex it's in.
Yeah.
yeah.
which
We've
starts
got-
on farmyard.
We've got a witch which starts on a field, I
On
think it
the
is.
same-
And a
same
marsh,
one.
yeah.
Marshes as well.
Remove 1 faith token from this hex. Different symbols, different
Yeah.
Farm
symbols.
and marsh, yeah.
So that's a faith remover.
Yeah.
And this one is dwarf removes a monster on this hex and starts in the mines.
Can the witch move?
Yeah,
They
they
can
can all
all
move.
Oh,
They all move and zap.
What was that last
Right.
one?
Removes a monster, removes a faith token, removes 2 cubes.
Right.
Lots of
Now,
movement.
the last thing that my
You may
miracle
want a
does
dwarf.
is allow me to summon one of these.
You may want a
Oh.
dwarf to protect the troll.
No, it'll kill the troll.
No, it's the exact. That is literally the exact opposite of what that does.
No, you summon.
Nice-
you summon
nice try,
you
Jake.
Are you
summon
trying
a
to like
different one.
remove one of his from the gap?
Yeah, but it's not going to protect the troll.
No, we can't kill it.
Well, it would be a swamp for
Yeah.
which or.
Oh, by taking them.
Farm,
Yeah.
Has he got farms?
yeah, it's
He
got-
does have a farm.
That's where you are as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I mean, that's.
What is it?
That's
Remove
very
cubes.
difficult to argue with indeed, isn't it?
The
Do
harpy
they,
goes
do,
out
they get,
killing.
do they get cute things?
Yeah.
In the,
Oops, sorry, I've not heard your
So-
action pool.
what's the
A
harpy?
harpy. Remove 2 cubes
Oh,
from this hex.
Yeah.
Here's your harpy. There it goes.
Harpies.
From which one?
That farm.
Ooh.
It's very tiny.
Tic Tacs.
The little one.
Cool.
Wonder what just got added. Goblin.
Goblin. Throw 1 more cubes into this hex. Place each of these cubes onto 1 or more adjacent hexes.
Oh, it just shoves cubes out of the hex that they move into.
Yeah. So you can use it for super speed and movement, or you can like misdirect other people.
Yeah. Get away!
Yeah.
Knack, knack.
It's tense. Feels tense. I'm feeling tense.
Oh, right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half.
Mhm.
Pilgrimage, so I'll turn these 2 red. They can't currently move.
You know, are you? Oh no, you get to do double then.
Yeah. And he can't convert him there, so he's going to move here, convert these 2. And then he's going to take up residence in the capital. And yes, I will end my turn there. Because I have to.
There's lots of reasons why I don't have a turn there. Mostly.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hang on a minute. Hang on. Sorry, I used a miracle, so I draw the final miracle.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So next time someone draws, it gets shuffled in.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna spread the word again, and I think I'm going to replace this one.
That's fair.
We weren't using
We're
it.
back
It's
where we
fine.
should be. After being trolled.
Yeah. Okay, that's me.
Cool. Bum, 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 bum.
If you up the pitch slightly will be the Chamberlain from Dark Crystal.
I am just a humble chamberlain. It triggers the activation.
I can see the
Miracles
cogs moving.
trigger on activation rather than.
If I'd chosen my other mission, I would have won.
Oh no.
Yeah, did it.
Let's have a look at these monsters. And I can chuck that in nowhere that I care about. Damn. Oh, it's a tough one. It's chuck that over there. Nope. Chuck that over there. Nope. And
What's the time?
It
It's
is
coming up on 10-2.
10 to 9. Woohoo. Feel like we're reaching a climax.
Climax was half hour ago, but you didn't let me win.
I mean, you joined in with the strategizing for how to beat you, to be fair.
Yeah, but no one did my strategy.
I guess I'll just resist the urge to say.
very basic pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage.
Move here and convert a guy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's just, I mean, I've not got a lot of options that are interesting.
Do you
Okay.
move any other followers around? or-
I'm going to keep those there. I'm going to keep those there. No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the numbers on my side. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna divine intervention, and I'm going to use
1, 2, 3, 4.
banishment. Move the monster on this hex to another hex of the same set.
Your
You have to
lights
be
are
on
not.
it.
He's not on one. Damn it! I've revealed my hand. Too late.
We've literally all done that one time
Yeah.
today.
I've done it 3 times.
Fine.
Art is too smart for this.
In which case,
Played a lot of Magic the
You
Gathering.
always have the
Had the importance
Yeah.
of information advantage drilled into me.
The goblin
Let's have a look at the
kind of lets you
monsters.
redirect followers as they enter that zone. So it can help you to move quite quickly, and it also can kind of discourage people from trying to move each way.
okay. I'm not gonna bother with the monsters, but what I am gonna do is.
I looked at several turns ago, this space had all of the skeptics, and this was a vibrant centre of
Yeah.
theological debate. And now they're all pissed off.
Yeah.
Now I will use Firestorm.
Oh yeah, because you haven't hold on to it before. Yeah.
I thought you already used that.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
had the ability to
regeneration.
bring it back to my hand.
Regeneration.
And also monster abilities. So it's going to remove my guy.
Nom nom nom.
One from here.
Nom nom nom.
Sorry, James. One from there. There you go.
Nom nom nom.
And then
That's it.
Manticore's going to take one of yours as well.
Nom nom nom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and then we have to shuffle this deck
Because I need another card.
Yeah.
Souffle.
Oh, I'm also going to discard. Or do I need to wait till you shuffle before I
You
discard?
now.
Discard.
Yeah.
I'm just going to discard that one that you all know that it is
Ah.
banished.
Nice, he's still holding banishment.
It's very
I
sneaky.
actually can't discard
I'm
that
discarding
one. I'll
the
discard
card
that.
you all
I'll,
know,
dis-
don't
I'll discard that one as well. I'll discard all my cards.
You shuffle.
Thank you. I've discarded all my cards, gentlemen and lady.
I'm taking these all for you now. I think I'm gonna
Yield your turn.
test the Fae.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But then, wait, if I test the Faith, then won't James win?
No, because he's got 2 temples now.
So nobody's on.
He's got
Two.
1.5 with
right.
ruins.
Loads of ruined ones.
So 1, 2, 3.5. He won't actually.
No.
Oh no, 4 is all you need. Yes. Yeah. Oh, tricky.
So that's not enough. I can't do that. Okay, instead of
Someone needs to test the goddamn.
You
Oh.
can on your
Don't test the
turn.
yeah. Because it's quite nice while it's in the capital to stop this happening.
okay, a couple of these we're gonna do in there. The back light is staying where it is. This the lights is gonna conduct all these. And then see what I might do in the future. Okay. gonna just stand there.
Okay. So, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Right. Okay. I am... Now, this might be a mistake, but at the very least it forces the issue. Pilgrimage. I am going to...
You can't turn any cubes there.
I can't turn any cubes there.
You can move,
You can move
turn
your
a cube
cubes,
and
yeah.
move back.
Yeah, that's true.
Why am I helping?
It's a team game.
Okay, move here, convert, and then go back.
Yep.
Move here, convert, and then move on.
Mm-hmm. You're moving your cubes around.
And then I'm going to move. Make it. So we'll have those in there, and then these there, and then. It's not clear to me that these that having mine in this square are achieving anything at all.
Yeah.
So we'll have two in there.
For awareness,
Yep.
the fishing thing,
Yep.
if James converts Test of Faith in there, he gets his temple back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll
Maybe
have
leave one in.
one in there.
Yes. Otherwise, that would mean what temple number 6?
Yeah. Although you might want to
No,
put,
it's at 5.5.
if you put an
I've
extra
done
one
that
in,
lot.
you'll keep the temple. At the moment, it will just be knocked down.
That's true.
4.5 actually.
But
Because you're losing one to red,
it's
and there'll be one.
Oh, yeah,
one,
that's one
so
to
I'll
defend.
put one more.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Gotcha.
if you're going for the win. If you're just going for screwing James.
No, I am going for the win. So we'll make it a slightly a more
Yeah.
equitable distribution, and that's
Yeah,
what
that's
my
safer.
turn.
Alright, James.
Somebody test the goddamn.
You can right now.
You could
do
actually.
it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Be great. Get it right at that central city. That's the thing. Believe me.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Pull a monster.
If I test the faith here, do I convert his blue cubes to red?
You
You
convert
convert
two,
two.
but you lose your temple. So you
Why would
probably.
I lose the temple?
Because you still have more blues. Because you can only convert two to
Okay.
blue to red. So yeah, do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Do
It's an excellent notion.
Although Bart will then gain a temple. And
Yes.
Yeah.
have 4 temples. So,
To be fair, I don't need that temple.
you always need temples.
But
He's got
that's
so
his
many-
strategy.
I
His
just want
strategy.
a half.
I
He's
just
got
need
so
that.
many
I mean,
ruins.
that is,
I've got
yes.
so many ruins that I don't need it.
Mhm.
I made the extra temples while I was waiting for the test of faith to come off.
But you never know when other temples will be destroyed. But still, you know, yeah, gaining 2 followers could be helpful.
So these are useless. Screw it, I'm just going to divine intervention.
Uh-huh.
Divine intervention.
Divine
Which
and conquer.
acolyte is performing this miracle?
I'm going to move these here.
So you,
Sorry, I'm going to with
Uh-huh.
move your acolyte and any number of cubes from this up to a mining choice.
Oh,
I
mine.
forget that one. No, it's because
And
sorry,
those
it's this
two
way.
guys.
Abundance.
Yeah,
Move
yeah.
any
Yeah,
number of
but-
cubes. Move any number of cubes from this hex to an adjacent
no,
hex.
other way around, from an adjacent hex to this hex.
You can move the ones out the capital.
Oh my
if you
God.
don't know.
You can.
In fact, they go into
I was going to say
capital.
you can move.
If I get
if
rid
you
of
wanted
all
to-
of these,
It's
So it was
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
You have to
this
use-
one
Oh,
moved
I
on.
see. Yeah.
I just wanted them gone.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
needed something to
Makes
fuck
sense.
everyone over with that you can
I think
screw
I'm gonna
me
have
over
to
with.
Make a sacrifice
sense.
to
Okay.
even up the odds.
I am going to divine intervention. I'm going to summon this witch.
Ooh.
There she go again.
Let's see the witch. What does the witch do?
Witch is
Faith
going
token removal.
to faith token removal, summoned into this marsh, and is going to remove this faith
This is very targeted. Feeling very
token.
targeted.
And then we get.
Or does the dwarf just... Or did you just do that?
I just thought.
Okay. Brilliant.
Very tight.
Mm.
Okay.
Where's your witch?
My witch is here. And
Goes around
removes
removing
fate
fates.
tokens.
Oh, what replaced it? I don't have any forests.
Can you choose the order in which abilities trigger?
Yeah, and you can activate them before the miracle or after the miracle. Like anything.
Oh, this is... Yeah. DV. Gonna get that dwarf.
Ooh. Go for divine intervention.
Where's my dwarven... Dwarf. Ah, there's
A dwarf in the mine.
hanging out in here under my protection
Yeah.
now.
It's a protection racket.
Yeah. Nothing else happens.
I wonder what this dwarf is like.
Yeah. There's
think
a
the
witch out there.
Yeah.
And that is all that divine intervention does at this
We
point.
done the tokens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tokens down.
One
Flip.
more. Ooh, nymph. The nymph.
See that? I dropped the nymph on your whatever the thing was that was
Yeah.
vacuuming everything in.
I think I'm going to have to make a little bit of a sacrifice to halt the onslaught of James. So I'm going to spread the word, and I'm going to drop one in here.
So you... Oh yeah, you can.
Got 3 guys in there. That's my turn.
Capital.
Okay. I'm gonna test the faith. But don't worry, because he can destroy a temple in his time. And then James can so it's fine. I'm gonna test the faith over here.
Thank you for giving me the license to do that.
Yeah.
I was going to like, oh, that's... I don't
Yeah.
wanna...
Three
So
and
I
a
get
half.
a
4.5.
No.
4.5 she's on there.
Yeah. I do have to add some spaces in around the faith.
Alright.
Yeah.
Me? Okay, well, you've pulled the trigger. I now have to throw the bullet out of the gun.
With using
this-
mind
this
bullets.
This analogy
It
broke
won't be
down
enough.
very quickly. Anyway,
You've pulled the trigger, and I'm holding the gun.
anyway,
For your
I'm
wolf
How
gonna.
did this happen?
I'm also going to test the faith. So I lose 2, and they become
No,
Jonses.
he's gonna have 4. You have 5.
Yeah, 4 is all you need.
No. He has to be after before.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't with a temple. That's not a temple.
No, but it will be in a second. I think it's too late now. It's alright. It's fine then.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
Well,
Take it back! Take it back!
I mean,
Oh no.
It's. I mean, it's.
I
Like,
could see the cogs
It's
turning in his head as
I
Bart
was like-
started his turn. He was.
I was like, that's not good.
I can see
I was, because I was, I
Yeah,
made that
yeah.
exact conclusion.
I could
and
see
had
the
gone-
maths turning in his
and I
head,
had
and
a-
I was like,
I had a way round. it, but it kind of did depend on other people doing
Yeah,
the stuff beforehand.
this is why I tried to build
Oh,
some
no.
extra ones just
There we
because.
go.
Well, hang on. No, wait. Unless,
Come on, Bart! You can do this!
unless, what was I on before?
Where was it?
You had
You had
two
two more
blues.
Where was
yeah.
it there?
no,
Yeah.
that's not what I mean. What was this on before?
Oh, I did.
Oh.
I think it was on pilgrimage, wasn't it?
Yes, you
Yeah.
pilgrimage.
I
You've
was.
just gone there, I think.
Yeah,
Alright.
that
Oh
may
no,
have
so then I just messed up with
that may have screwed everything.
You
then.
may have made us finish at the right time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there
it's
is
good.
that.
It's not
That is the
There is
trade-off.
Okay, well, as a token gesture of defiance, divine intervention. So,
Okay, right.
Oh.
Come on, what are you
3 cubes
doing?
in
What are you
there.
doing? What are you doing?
3 cubes in there. Unfortunately, I needed to remove
So
that.
happy to kill this kid.
Well, so Harpy, remove 2 cubes from
Yeah.
activating its ability. It's not really enough, but and I'm also going to remove the trill.
Oh, if I knew he was doing
And
that, I could have
another
done.
another turn. Of
I could
warning.
have done
But
my
what if
divine.
there's
I
only-
could have done divine
there's only
intervention
so
and
much
removed more
teaming
things.
up.
What's
There's
your
only so
actual
much
divine
teaming up
intervention?
you can do.
Actually, no, I
And then
can.
you've
What's
got an
your
actual
actual-
divine intervention. You can
Yeah,
perform
you
a
can-
miracle or
or
summon another
pull a
monster.
Oh
monster.
right, yeah, I see.
The actual turn.
If you can remove some more cubes from here,
So,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, come close to victory
Um,
twice. Don't take it away another time.
I have a card in my hand.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh.
We're
called
running out of time.
Blight.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Move
okay.
all cubes off this hex to one or more
would
adjacent
do it.
hexes.
You have to be.
Yep.
He's got a
No,
guy
no.
there.
Oh, you're in there.
That will do it.
Oh! Scared me for a moment there.
One or more. So
You can move
let's,
them anywhere as long as they're not in that square.
Peace out.
There's one more.
There's one behind, hiding behind.
There's a little scamp over here.
Chicken
Well,
devil.
leave him there.
Put that there. There we go.
And what does the harpy do while it's there?
Remove
I removed
Yeah.
two there.
Oh, okay.
It chopped
Right.
down onto
Yeah, and then you can draw another miracle.
Yeah, it's got any.
from the. Yeah, let's put this somewhere.
Well, hang on. So
more
The capital
central.
is particularly tricky to take because everyone obviously can see
I was
it.
fine
This is
at
all-
the start.
this is all good. This
Then
is
I
all
was
good.
apparently heavy in
Go,
the
go,
there.
James.
So
Go, James.
pilgrimage.
Thank you for reminding me about miracles.
Gonna move that.
Gotta love miracles. Miraculous things happen.
Way.
He's like, stop stopping me.
Never stop. Never stopping.
I have 3 followers. I really don't have a lot of influence.
Currently you're on 4.
I do need one up at least. So
Yeah.
there.
I'm just trying to hold on to my
Okay,
3
so-
temples that Ollie is really trying to knock down.
I really want one of them for myself.
So many, like, there's a nice empty yellow space there.
He's
It's
gonna
good.
move there.
Maybe.
He's gonna move
Got
there.
only got one follower in, there's no
there
fight.
too.
Charlotte's Atlantis not around there.
Interesting.
Don't squid.
We're definitely coming in the closing stages
So,
now. I'm
and-
feeling it.
and,
Feeling it.
We
All
were
right.
finishing an hour ago. Let me do it.
Alright, I'm going to test the faith myself.
Oh, by the way, if she's close to her thing, if she oh no, she
Yeah.
can't test the faith.
Right.
But she
I'm
can-
gonna
she-
test the faith here, even though I already have a temple there, because I can convert everything that's not black into black. That's currently in there.
One.
So I've got 2 over red, 1 over green, and 1 over yellow. So,
2 followers left.
But
so
one of the miracle
That is a
cards that
very
hasn't
good
been
move.
used yet, that I remember last time was my ace in the hole, was you can use the action of convert and on divine intervention. She could have that.
test the faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or immediate.
Immediate test.
And
the
she
faith.
But you have to have an acolyte where you're going to test the faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, her acolyte would
Where's
need
her
to
one?
be over here.
Yes.
So I'm going to add a skeptic token.
I feel like we've been forgetting to add skeptic
Um,
tokens.
No, I think we've
No,
been pretty
it's just
good.
There's a lot of
There's lots of-
acolytes.
there's
and
loads of
monsters.
yeah,
And
in
monsters,
fact,
yeah.
so I can put one there because it's my power. But that is, I think, all I. Actually, oh no, there's a monster over there. I can't.
Marshall Lynch.
Why not? Okay.
I'm divine interventioning, I think. Yeah. Divine
Oh, I've
interventioning.
got to stop doing that. Got to stop
Um,
with my elbow on the
something-
divine intervention.
Beneficial
miracles.
to me.
Miracles. I believe in
Ignore
miracles.
that, or chuck a no, or a goblin.
No one finish.
No
No one
funny.
do the next line.
Thank you.
Um,
Save us all.
You sexify.
I got chills, little chills.
Little chills.
Chills.
I'll do a miracle.
It's a miracle.
I'll do it.
Unbreakable.
I'll do a summon rogues miracle just because
Cool. You activating
Why
your
not?
dwarf as well.
I might be. I'm just going to think about it. Yeah, I think I will. So I'm clearing all those out of there because this is the guy doing the miracle.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll activate the dwarf.
Oh, sorry, you're
Up
doing a
over there.
pilgrimage. My bad.
It's going to kill that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a divine intervention. That's,
Yeah, he's just moving his monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise. It was a divine
Yes.
intervention. Yeah.
Right.
It's a divine intervention where I
Which
got
is
to
dead.
double
Ding dong.
thingy.
that
Uh-oh.
was,
Ding.
That was me again.
That's
You're
alright.
on divine intervention.
Yeah, I'm always on divine intervention.
Always.
I think you'll find I'm on divine intervention. And then I'm going
I'm surprised there's not more than once to fortress down there.
do the one pilgrimage. Can't convert, but I will protect my dwarf. It's a double pilgrimage
Alright.
thing. I guess just for what giggles and stuff. Pop over here, convert a guy, and then pop back.
Yeah. It's too
Hi!
Nice.
Boom, boom, and back.
Just for fun.
You just create followers and then abandon your religion.
Yeah. That's me. I'll grab a.
God is great. Cheers, guys. I'm out here.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, am I gonna check any more than one? Yeah, I'll chuck both of those. You can have that nonsense card.
Alright, let's see if you can find your action form, which is.
Yeah, I'll go
okay.
adventuring.
I'm also going to Divine Intervention. I'm going to play Visions. Replace 2 opposing faith tokens on this hex with your own faith tokens.
Oh. Suddenly Jack is looking very strong.
So that goes there.
Oh yeah, he can.
And then, and my monsters remove. So werewolf,
Yeah.
1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
and manticore, 1 more of yours. There we go. These guys are pretty good, so I'm going to keep a hold of them.
So I can do literally nothing with this. So I'm just going to do another thing. I'm going to go on Divine Intervention. I'm going to move my Griffin. Just going to walk over to here. It's not really doing much, just clearing out these skepticism. And then I can still do another thing. I think I will. I'm just gonna reactivate with Song of the Wild and fly again over to here. Yeah.
Oh.
All those go, and then I can get rid of both.
Donzo.
Yeah, and then
Cool.
You know Jack's one time away from winning as well, right?
Yeah,
Just-
I can do.
Test of faith.
Yeah.
Drop that there. Dead heat with everyone,
Yeah.
so
temple.
straight away.
So you're on 4 temples.
4 temples.
Very nice.
Any skeptic tokens to add? Yeah.
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
2.
So not there.
One.
Yeah.
One there.
Oh no, monster. Yeah. The fishing
Yes,
village.
One there.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the cool.
Cool.
Banging.
I'm going to use Divine Intervention, so regeneration, form miracle from your hand, and instead of discarding it, place it back into your hand.
Yes.
So use that one. So I'm going to use Hypnosis, place each opposing action pawn some thing. So this is really nice for me. Jack, move yours to Test of Faith.
Move which one?
Your guy to Test of Faith.
Oh, okay.
To make sure that's get an extra round from that.
Cool.
Marshall.
And definitely pick one of these because I can do
Yeah, I
that
was
whenever I
gonna-
want. Screw you.
No! 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 Unbelievable.
Yellow, can you stay
She
where
has
you
a
are?
name.
Sorry.
Yellow.
Charlotte.
Stay where you are actually.
Okay.
And yeah, stay where you are. You've got 2 in temples.
Alright.
And then
I have a sound effect, by the way, to represent my reaction to that. The song is called 49 Theurgy Chains, by the way.
Nice.
Okay, I'm just going to expect a word. And I'm going to spread I actually knew what I was doing.
I can't see it anymore.
You guys have just been fighting this whole game in that corner.
Yeah.
Like,
I cannot win at all.
I mean, the thing is,
Find a way.
Life finds a way.
Best laugh.
which is my better one?
Worst is going to happen over here is going to lose heart. I would totally focus on gaining one somewhere else.
You'll focus so hard on destroying me. Can someone stop one of Jack's?
You stop, Jack. He's on Test of Faith.
Yeah, I'm on
just
Test of Faith,
stop
I'm
him
done.
from- Stop him more. Destroy a temple. I have 4 ruins. Someone break someone else's temple.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Charlotte's on 4.5. Somebody
yeah.
I'm gonna.
She could have completed her thing. All she needs is 1 temple and she's done.
Look upon my
Okay,
works.
right.
So I can use.
So
I mean,
much.
when you place
When you
faith
go to
tokens,
choose works.
you can replace other faith tokens. Yeah.
This
No.
one is add, so it's not.
You can
Well,
just
there's
place
only 1 space. If I'm doing
Oh,
it
and
here.
this one, yeah, it's only 1 space. You can only place the one there.
Oh, okay. So
You might
that
be
ruins
the
my
other
fun.
But you could do this one. You can
Yeah,
go
no,
on there
I'll-
anyway.
I'll-
and,
Yeah, it was just more. I was like clearing out some Jack and clearing out some you. But I'll still do
There's
it.
only 2 of me left.
Yeah.
Still do
Got
it.
no followers.
Where did all your followers go?
They all died. They all got died and converted.
I'm alright.
His werewolf kept
because
eating
we-
them, actually.
Yeah, I kept eating my own guys.
Tidying stuff up
Self-sacrifice.
So I can
My followers
grab
self-immolate.
stuff
It's one of the things they do.
So that's your.
That is my divine intervention.
Yep, so
Oh, and I
dwarf.
want to activate the dwarf, or I want to activate the dwarf. It's just monster removal.
You could go and remove that werewolf.
Or the harpy.
Could
Or the
go
harpy.
and remove. Whose monster is more annoying?
I mean, the werewolf seems to be
Werewolf is a bit of a troll.
very, very powerful.
No, the troll's up here.
Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna move and I'm gonna kill this werewolf.
No.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Cool.
Is that how the dwarf kills the werewolf? It eats
Yes.
Yeah.
Dwarves are
Nom
well
nom
known.
nom nom nom.
That's what the flavour sex is.
Like kind of, yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
Well, dwarves of course are well known like anthropivores.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Never underestimate a dwarf.
I'll
Like a
also
proper-
use Divine Intervention. And I'm going to use Avalanche, destroy the temple on this hex. Place the anomaly
yeah, yeah.
token on this hex. I mean, she'll still be on 5 if she builds another one, but I thought it'd be
Do I want
useful.
to discard any more cards?
you can activate your magical as well.
Oh, yes.
I'll ditch that one. I don't like that.
Manticore. Yeah, but I'm wondering
You
what
can
one to go
choose
for.
anywhere on the board.
There's really a temple there. You can't test the faith there because I've just destroyed it.
There's
But
no
you
way
could
she
do it
can
somewhere
win a
else.
temple.
Yeah,
Is there?
I'm going to take one of yours.
Okay. I am going to press with faith, and I can get a temple.
Oh.
So I have 2 fate tokens.
I don't
We
know
only
if
have
she's
an
got
arrow.
What's whatever her objective is, that's the question.
Yeah.
I get 1 grey.
I think she might have this.
She sounds confident, doesn't she? She sounds
Yeah.
confident.
I get
I
that.
don't like it.
Which is
Wait,
one,
this is the one I
2,
take. 1, 2,
3,
3,
4,
I
5.
don't believe
5, and
it.
I've reached both fronts, have a temple and a pair of opposite hexes.
Oh, my
wow!
God.
Well done.
Do you have any idea? I was literally about to win the game.
Hey, so was I.
But I was next.
So was I, yeah.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
Harpy goes there. Remove those 2. Use this miracle, Apocalyptic Storm. Perform an immediate test of faith. My objective was to have no ruins. So that would put me 5 with the objective satisfied, and then you,
Yeah.
very impressively, came in and collapsed that.
We-
I was
we
because
were
I was there like the
totally close
whole
as well.
time this was going around. And I was like, I can win the game this turn as long as no one screws me over.
Yeah.
And I came really close, like
I
3
did
times.
not use spread the word once at all. My mission: create a cult. You must have the fewer faith tokens than any player on the board. At one point, I had 7.
Yeah.
I just kept
How did
getting
that happen?
Yeah,
I just kept having miracles for stuff.
I completely abandoned the other objective, but literally, I was one move that was just test the faith there, and I was done.
Yeah.
As well.
Very annoying.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game, is normally everyone
And
feels
that's where
very,
Mm.
very
I
close. Unless they
won-
kind of get caught in a war, in which case...
I won an hour ago,
fine.
bar the technicality of
Yeah.
it has to be the end of your turn.
A stickler for rules.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
awesome.
congratulations, Charlotte, who also made the game.
It's a fit!
I can't believe
Ollie,
how
you won
close I was.
2!
I was a
I
work
I
in
would just
progress.
like to give credit to the people that are like, oh yeah, everyone, like so many people were so close to winning.
Yeah.
We spent the last 5 rounds
Stopping you
solely
winning.
focusing on fucking me up.
I mean, you played your hand, you were a bit early, so it was...
I even said that, I was like, there's no way to hide this. I am going to
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
To be
And
fair,
to be
also,
fair, I almost made you win by accident when I tested the face.
Yeah, you were very lucky that I had the blight to just kind of
Yeah.
go,
We're very lucky that you were we allowed you to take your turn back.
but,
Damn
the luck
and
goes
us
round.
learning.
Yeah.
Because you're also
This
very
was
lucky
his
that
first
the,
game, you know.
I can tell you, I've done it
Really
like
good.
4 times in this game. It's like, I'm going to move all my things in. You can't.
But
I'm going
it
to
was just like your scenario as well. I was kind of there like,
Yeah.
if I don't give the game away, I
Yeah.
might take the game.
Yes, that's exactly my thought process. I was like,
Yeah.
bite your tongue.
Yeah.
They won't
Yeah.
notice until
Yeah.
that happened, and then it was like, well, it's too late
But
then.
because I could do it by doing divine intervention,
Mm.
that was the really this card here is hella good
Yeah.
because it allows you to
Yeah.
basically test faith without testing the faith, which
Yeah.
is
Testing the face off turn.
If you can get your acolyte there.
If you can get your
I'm-
acolyte
Yeah.
right.
But like,
super impressed by
there
this.
is a
card.
Marshall,
temple in
could you
every
not have
hex on the board.
one
apart from-
more spread the
Yeah.
faith. That's it. I could have tested the faith somewhere, got an extra temple, and I would have won. I just needed you to have one more because I had 3 left.
I
that was a good game.
I should have
Jack,
gone
I'm gonna
more
need to boost.
aggressive.
Well, I think this is probably where we say adieu for the
Yeah.
day. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
Check this game out on Kickstarter.
Yes.
It's dope.
It's going live
Tell what date?
10th of March.
Yeah,
10th of March.
Week
Ten-
tomorrow.
10th
Yes.
of March.
Yeah.
I think you may well have.
That's vengeance.
It's-
That's how I get my own back.
It's
on.
spelt like up here on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theurgy.
The Urgy. The Urgy.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I
That's how
think
fingers
you've got. I think you guys have now got 4 people to add to the shortlist to purchase it now.
100%.
Straight.
I was on that list after last time.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
I received the emails letting me know when it was on.
I want our signed copy, damn it.
I've got it tonight.
Can I go now?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you all very much for watching. We're not here next week, we're taking a week off, but we'll be back in 2 weeks' time, back with the main campaign. Until then, stay safe, everybody.
Bye now.
Adios.